Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wildcat Stadium. Lovington Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, the Z94 KZOR app, and also the Lovington Sports tab at HobbsAmerica.com. Final game of the regular season tonight as the Cats look to wrap up the undisputed district championship and maybe, just maybe, the number one seed in the playoffs. Of course, those playoff seeds will be announced tomorrow evening. I'm TJ Miracle from high above Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan is field side tonight as we get ready for the start of this one. For your Wildcats, of course, they come in at 6-3 on the year, 2-0 in district, and they are still ranked number one in Class 4A. For the visiting Portales Rams under head coach Jaime Ramirez, they are just 2-7 overall this season, 0-2 in district, and they are hanging on by their fingertips to a hope of getting into the playoffs. They are right now would be the number 13 seed, which would mean they would miss said playoffs. And so, you know, a dangerous game tonight if you're the Cats, because really, even if you do not win tonight, you are going to go in as the number one seed out of the district, but it would be a shared district title, but it could hurt your seeding just a little bit for Portales. Really, it is a must-win game if they want to have any hope of getting seeded into the playoffs when those are announced late tomorrow night. So, you know, we'll have to see how all this one goes as we come on through. So as we move on into our Wildcat pregame show, of course, the Wildcat pregame show is brought to you by our friends at Stone Oilfield Services. Stone Oilfield Services, proud to bring you the Wildcat pregame show and our first Now Pharmacy call to the sideline tonight as Dawn Morgan joins us here on the pregame show. So Dawn, getting ready down there as they play the school song before the teams come out onto the field. It's finally feels like a fall night for football.
Well, yeah, finally. Although I still, brought my mosquito spray tonight and thought, golly, here we are, almost November 1st, and I'm still spraying down for mosquitoes because of that possibility down here. But it's definitely a bit chilly. I think everybody is sort of bundled up for the weather, and it finally does look and feel like fall football with people with some blankets and throws and jackets, and definitely so. So the school song going on right now. I noticed Portales has brought their band. I don't know that they'll march, but they're at least here playing, and they're kind of bundled up. But they played their school song right before the Lovington band did as well. And John, on a quick programming note here, I noticed that my battery has gone to red, but I already changed it out for the other one that I had, and it was apparently a bad battery. So I'm now almost when this last bar is done, I don't have any more 9 volts there, right, TJ.
When we take our break here, I will. I see you down there. I'll give you the key to the car. We've got extras out in the van. So all right. Let's go ahead and take a break so we can get the technical battery issues worked out. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. The hype is over. It is time to play football. For the Lovington Wildcats, they are seeking their first outright district championship in 11 years. For the Portales Rams, they look to keep their playoff hopes alive. Welcome to Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan will be patrolling field side for us tonight. This is Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. The Z94 KZOR app streaming live and free on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe. And also on the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. So preparing for the kickoff of this one, final game of the regular season tonight, and it is the biggest rivalry in Class 4A in the state. The Portales Rams and your Lovington Wildcats. I'm TJ Miracle. As I mentioned, Dawn Morgan patrols field side. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing tonight. And it looks like it'll be their quarterback, that's Eric Ramirez, one of their top wide receivers, to kick it off, placing it on the near hash at the 40-yard line. And I apologize in advance for any kind of shoddy camera work this evening. So ready for the kickoff. 2 men back deep for the Wildcats. Lovington will have the football first. But, look for the potential of the Ramirez onside kick, and he will onside it. It bounces and right into the hands of one of the Lovington front men who does exactly what you're supposed to do. Grabs the ball, falls on it, and keeps it. That was Joshua Carrasco. And so, got to question a little bit about Coach Jaime Ramirez's thinking on that. Great field position for a quick strike Cats offense at the 45-yard line. Lovington 6-3, 2-0 in district. They are the number 1 team in Class 4A. Portales 2-7, 0-2 in district, and are seated number 13 as junior quarterback Ashton Aranda brings his team out on the field. Dallas Cardenas is on his right shoulder. Trips to the right and one to the left. Send a man in motion. That is Aguilera from the right to the left. High snap, throw the wide receiver screen far side. That's complete to DeMarcus Thompson. He crosses the 50 to the 48-yard line into Portales territory before he is run out of bounds by Brock Fowler. But it is a completion to Thompson, and it's good for 6. So that'll be 2nd down and 4. So the 6-yard completion makes it 2nd and 4. So 2nd and 4, Lovington inside Portales territory, officially spotted at the 49-yard line. Trips right, 1 left from the far hash mark. Aranda waits the snap. High snap gets it, gives it to on Dallas as Cardenas will take it over the left guard and will be near the 1st down marker. They're going to put his knee down at the 46-yard line, so it'll be a 3-yard gain for Cardenas, and so that'll make it 3rd down and a short 1. So far, Lovington coming out is being very methodical with the ball, just underway. Lovington's first possession of the ball game after recovering the onside opening kickoff. Twins left, Twins right. High snap handled, faking it and keeping it himself is going to be Aranda, but he runs into a wall and gets knocked down, and Portales comes up acting like they've got the football. They don't, as Abraham Denor absolutely stood up. Ashton Aranda, they did not fall for that one. No gain on the play, and so now, they're going to give him 1 yard. They're going to give him forward progress, 1 yard, so move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats. So from the 45-yard line, again, credit where credit is due. That was a big initial hit put on down there by Denor. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Portales 45-yard line. Twins to the left, 1 to the right, tight end in the ball game. Send a man in motion. That's Perez from the right tight end to the left tight end. Good snap. Keep it in himself, and that'll actually be Henson who keeps it. He squeaks through. He's at the 30, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. Isaac Henson runs the Wildcat and takes it in 45 yards, and the Cats, just like that, are up by a score of 6-0. Room to run for Henson, and he takes it to the house. And with 1:20 gone on the clock, Lovington up is just like that as we welcome Dawn Morgan back into the broadcast. And what a run as he got some good blocks, and then Isaac just broke it and took off.
Great way to start the game for sure. Let's see if they can just keep this up.
After attempt
start with
is
a good
up, and it is good. And with 10:40 remaining in the first quarter, the Cats strike first. Lovington 7, Portales nothing. We're back in a minute. This is Wildcat Football on Z94. Five yards on a quarterback keeper. Isaac Henson takes it to the house, breaks a couple of tackles at the line, then goes 45 yards into the end zone. The point after by Adam Aguilera is good, and the Cats take the 7-0 lead. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrolling field side as Aguilera tees it up about 64 at starting kickoff. Winds out of the south about 5-10 miles an hour. So Adam will have it teed up, two men back deep for Portales, and Aguilera will kick it away. It is a high end-over-ender, going to be fielded back at the 10-yard line to the 15 to the 20, looking for some running room, but nowhere to go. Nice job by the Wildcat special teams, taking down Elijah Clatterbaugh, and so 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Portales Rams.
Yeah, score early, score often. But it's not just about your offense tonight. The defense has really got to work hard in this game, and they're off to a good start as well.
Yes, they are. So let's see what the defense can do. One of the keys is going to be controlling the running lanes. And so it'll be Devin Diaz. He is the quarterback. He's got a deep back in the backfield with him. That is Meagard. As Diaz rolls near side, that one is going to be tipped at the line and somehow coming over and making a grab at the 30-yard line. Where did Zane Mayberry come from? That one got tipped at the line. It's a 10-yard completion from Diaz to Mayberry, and it will move the chains. First down for Portales.
You know, and both Henson and Cesar Gonzalez were on those guys. Just managed to get some ups, jump up and catch that and land with his feet barely in bounds.
9 yards officially, so it'll be 2nd down and 1. So let me make the quick change in my scorebook. Diaz will get it, and he'll look to the option it. He'll keep it himself. He crosses the 30 to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Devin Diaz, and that will move the chains for the Portales first down. So first down for the Rams. They get it up to their own 35-yard line. 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lovington, an early strike, up 7-0. So Diaz, the sophomore quarterback, gets the play in from the sideline. Everybody checks their wristbands. Portales going to send trips to the left and one to the right. Portales is moving to the north, so it's like they're trying to go home. So trips left, one right. Good snap. Diaz going to keep it himself. Little stutter step, is hit behind the line. Drags a couple of Cats with him and is going to be up at the 40-yard line. It'll be a 4-yard gain for Diaz, and he absolutely took a couple of Cats for a ride. Anthony Gomez among them. So really strong for just a sophomore back there.
Some really good technique is going to be necessary, offensive, defensive, tonight. The Lions, as they're going to have to really work to get those guys down and get them down to stay.
Diaz from the shotgun has twins to the left and twins to the right. High snap, handles it, rolls right side, going to be pressured, rolls right, looks and thrown and almost picked off as his intended target over on that far side of the field. Looked like it was Braden Mignard and almost intercepted, though, by Isaac Henson. Incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Henson ran a really good defensive route against him, stayed on him nice and tight.
So now an important 3rd and 6 here early in the ball game. 9:15 to go. First quarter, Lovington up 7-0. The Cats look like they're going to put 4 men up on the front. They'll go man coverage. Portales will send trips left, one to the right. Lovington now going to show blitz as they're cheating everybody up. As Diaz surveys the defense. He's going to roll near side this time. Going to be pressured backside. Throws it across the middle and overthrows his intended target. Good coverage down the field by Javier Corrales. Incomplete, and so it'll be 4th down and 6 now for Portales. And a decision time for Coach Ramirez, and he's sending out the punt team.
Got to watch for a fake, though. You never know.
Yeah, we have been a little susceptible to that the last couple of years. A lot of that is trying to go after the punt, trying to get the block. Is it just leaves huge amounts of space open as Corrales and Henson go back deep to receive.
Good way for the Wildcat defense to start here by forcing them over, not on downs, but forcing them to punt on 4th.
Cladabaugh is the punter. He sets up at the 27-yard line. Waits the snap, high snap, gets it, puts the boot into it. It is a high spiraling kick. Henson will get it at the 20, keeps it himself, comes near side to the 25 to the 30, looking for the sideline, a block, then the 35, and across the 40 before finally being wrestled down at the 42-yard line. And we had a T fly in from the sideline, or is that a flag?
It's a pink flag.
And so I was looking for yellow, but so that's generally going to be a block in the back, I've got to think. So in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and it will be a hold on the return. And they'll decline the one up at there was 2 holds on the play. They'll decline the one at the 45, take the one at the 30, and move Lovington all the way back to their own 20. So wipe out the good return. First penalty of the ball game as the men in stripes going to march the Cats back to the 20. 8:54 remaining here in the first quarter. Lovington up by a score of 7-0. But no big deal. Plenty of field to work with, plenty of time. So officially going to spot them at the 21-yard line. Lovington will send quads to the left side this time, one to the right. And Ashton is by himself in the backfield. Waits the snap, tries the hard count. Portales shows blitz, and they're going to change the play up at the line. As Ashton changes the play. They're still going to show blitz on Portales, and I think Ashton going to change the play again. They may have to call a timeout, and actually that's Henson in at quarterback as Ashton, I just noticed, is on the sideline. He's out for the game. He's in street clothes, and so Isaac Henson is taking the snaps. And so timeout will be taken by the Wildcats. They're not going to take much time as they'll go back in. So Isaac Henson in. And so that means Lovington's number 1 and number 2 quarterback are out for this ball game, and that puts their top receiver running the offense, Dawn.
Yeah, this is quite a big switch for the Wildcats.
Twins to the left, one to the right. Isaac in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. That's Perez to the left side. Hits it, hands it off to Cardenas, and he's going to be tripped up back inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. So that is going to be a loss for Cardenas of about 6 on the play. Yikes, that's not what you want to see. Portales just coming through pretty quickly right there. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting to see how Lovington handles this, and I did not realize that Henson was running it from early in the game from my vantage point up here until he took the snap from the Wildcat, or what I assumed was the Wildcat. So this is going to change Lovington's game planning just a little bit. Twins left, one to the right. In the backfield, send a man in motion from the left to the right. High snap, Isaac handles it, keeps it himself, goes left side, has some room. To the 20, gets out of a tackle, and then up to the 25-yard line. Shakes and bakes, makes some room, and is going to pick up about 8 yards on the play. So Isaac, an 8-yard gain, makes it 3rd down and a much more manageable 7. So making a 9-yard gain. So 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats. Clock moves with 7:43 remaining in the first quarter. Lovington up 7-0. Twins left, Twins right. Cardenas in the backfield with Isaac. Barks out the commands. High snap, handles it, rolls near side, looks downfield, looking, throws it, has it complete. That's Corrales at the 40 to the 45, and finally going to be drugged down from behind at the 46-yard line. It's good for 22 yards to Javier Corrales and move the chains. First down, Cats.
Yeah, that was a really nice catch. And I talked with Ashton Aranda here just really briefly. He is out with an injury. He said it's his leg, but he hopes and expects to be back next game as long as, of course, Lovington moves forward into the playoffs, and we certainly think that they are to do that.
Yeah, we would certainly think so, but you got to concentrate on tonight. So with Twins to the left, Twins to the right. From the 46-yard line, man in motion. Toss it. That's Caesar as Gonzalez comes around the near side. And, ooh, that was a horse collar. Yep, it sure was. And a flag is out as Cade Cameron reaches up and just absolutely rips down on the shoulder pads of Caesar Gonzalez. That should be a horse collar. That should be 15-yard personal penalty. And the first down.
He really kind of strangled him. He reached up with those hands and had him kind of around the neck in a strangle.
And so Gonzalez gets 2 on the play, and then they'll tack 15 onto the end of it, or is it just 10 up? They're going to say, no, personal foul, face mask. Wow, looked like I saw him get the, looked like a horse collar, but instead they're saying they got the face mask. We'll take the 15 yards, you tack it onto the end no matter how you look at it, and it'll move the chains. First down, Lovington. From the Portales 35-yard line, first down and 10. Twins left, Twins right. Send Aguilera in motion from the right to the left. High snap, Isaac handles it, drops back, looks to pass, going to get flushed. Rolls near side, just going to tuck it, take it himself to the 30, stiff arms a man, and finally pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line on the near side. It'll be good for 9 on the quarterback keeper for Isaac, and it'll be second down and 1.
That was Cade Cameron of Portales who pushed him out. Otherwise, he had a nice open field in front of him for more yardage.
Henson 63 yards on just 3 carries, so second down and a short 1. 6.5 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. Lovington already up 7-0 and on a drive. Twins left and 1 to the right. Cardenas in the backfield with Henson. Isaac calls out, gets what he wants. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes over the right tackle, and is going to be stacked up at the 21-yard line. Stood up by a bunch of Portales Rams. And Cade Cameron, somebody needs to calm that kid down. He's acting like he's Hulk Hogan down there or something. And so it's a pickup of 6 for Isaac and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
They're going to spot it at the 22.
So from the 22-yard line, first down and 10, Lovington. Knocking on the door of the red zone. Twins left, Twins right. On the left shoulder is Cardenas. Isaac with it, going to roll left side, going to be pressured, lets it fly, and as that one, going to hit the turf before Gonzalez can get his hands on it. Incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, a lot of footsteps, a lot of pressure coming to bear on Isaac there. He had to let loose of it, I think, about a half a second before he was really ready to.
So that'll make it a second down and 10 for the Wildcats from the 22-yard line. 7-0, Lovington in the lead. We are in the first quarter from here at Wildcat Stadium. The Cats will be the outright district champs if they win it tonight. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Cardenas on the left shoulder. Henson, high snap. Isaac handles it. 5-step drop. Now he's pressured, throws it underneath, just dumps it off. Cardenas gets it, gets out of 1, but can't get out of 2. It's a completion, but it's going to lose about 3 yards. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, actually a 4-yard loss on the completion. That's one of them. You've got to be aware of where you are on the field and just kind of bat that one down so you don't lose yardage. And so now it'll be third down and 14.
That was Brandon Bleedy coming around and from the very beginning beating his man off the line, and again hot pursuit and a really heavy pressure on Isaac.
Of course, Brandon's older brother Philip, we saw him for years. He's at Texas Tech now. Maybe that runs in the family. Trips to the right and 1 to the left. Good snap. Isaac with it. Rolls left side. Looks downfield. Throws it. And complete to Alec Olguin at the 20-yard line. So it's a 7-yard completion to Alec. His first catch of the night. It'll leave him well short of the first down. It'll be fourth down and about 8.5. Make it 9. So 4th and 9. Clock continues to move. G means go. As we all know by this point, Anson Marquez will bring the play in from the sideline. Lovington would hate to stall out here. This drive started back at their own 21-yard line. But if nothing else, they flipped the field.
Yeah, and now they're at Portales' 21-yard line.
As Lovington breaks the huddle, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Twins left, Twins right. Cardenas on the right shoulder this time. Man in motion is Gonzalez. As the rush comes, as Henson to the end zone and puts 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats as catching his man in stride. That's Alec Olguin, 21 yards, and the Cats strike again.
Whoa, that was gorgeous. Nice route that was run. Beautiful throw. Good protection on the line to give Isaac Henson a chance to get that complete. So beautiful.
So gets it to Olguin. I believe that may be Olguin's. It's either his first or second touchdown of the season. Of course, I left my stat sheets back at the office, but we've got a flag back at the 25. So wipe that one off the board. That's in the neighborhood of holding. And let's see what they're going to call, and it will be holding on Lovington. So wipe the touchdown off the board and move them back 10. And so now they'll play fourth down again. It'll be fourth down and 20 now instead of fourth and 10. And darn, I have to scratch that one out of the book.
That's a shame.
It certainly is.
It was really nice, and it would have given Lovington just so much more of a psychological edge and great momentum, and maybe they can still get this in the end zone.
Maybe so. We can hope so. So it'll be fourth down and approximately 20 from back at the 33-yard line. Twins left, Twins right. Actually trips to the right, one to the left. Rolling near side. Henson under pressure. Looking for some room or some help. Gets away from 1, 2. Lets it fly. And that one, that'll be pass interference on Portales. And throwing his hands up like, what'd I do is Tommy Lopez.
And Devin Diaz as well.
And also Brandon Bleedy. They're like, well, what did we do? Well, you can't hit the receiver before the ball gets there. It should be pass interference Portales.
Not only did I see it.
15 yards and a first down Lovington.
Yeah, not only did I see it, but I heard it. As actually, it was number 5, Devin Diaz's helmet that also made contact with.
And it'll be pass interference on the defense. And so it will be an automatic first down, 15 yards for Lovington. It should be an automatic first down. I'm thinking it's an automatic first down.
Refs are
going to march it off. It's a 15-yard penalty. So they trade penalties, a hold, and then the pass interference. Now they're trying to decide where to spot it. They're going to put it at the spot of the foul. And so to the 19. So nope, they won't reset it. So it'll be fourth down and approximately 7 after the penalty. So fourth down. A little confusion, at least on the part of your announcer here. Not confused about the pass interference, though. That was pretty blatant, and all those Rams are throwing their hands up like, what do we do? The emotion can get the better of you sometimes, though. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Portales 3 across the front. Henson with it, rolls left. Comes back right, has some time. Now he's just going to have to try and run it out. Turns up, fires across his body, and jump ball into the end zone. And is that caught? Is it caught?
No.
No, as it was knocked away at the last minute. So incomplete, and it'll go over on downs to the Portales Rams. But another flag, this one up at the 17-yard line. And it'll be a holding on Lovington, and it will be over on downs as they will decline that one smartly. And so over on downs, it'll be Portales football with Lovington up by a score of 7-0. Lovington's line having a little bit of trouble with the pressure that Portales is bringing, Dawn.
Just a little bit, and I think the adjustments maybe that the Wildcats have had to make, around switching out their quarterback and not having, Henson available as a two-way player. I think it's beginning to show just a little bit against Wildcats, but I think they can prevail.
I think they can, too. They move the ball pretty effectively and efficiently. So Diaz will bring his squad out. Got a man in the backfield with him, and I don't have a number 29 on my roster from them. It's a good snap. Actually, that's 23. They will hand it off as he goes around. He's to the 20, to the 25, keeps the leg moving. Ball is out. Cats have got it back. The Cats have got it back at about the 23-yard line as that handoff went to Emmanuel DeHaan, and DeHaan picks up 6 but turns it over, and it's Lovington football. Nice job by the Cats to strip that one away. Dawn, did you see who came out of the bottom of the pile with it?
There were just too many people
and the way they're hand slapping, I can tell you who it was. It was Jaime Perales.
Okay.
So Perales recovers the fumble, and Lovington's offense forces the turnover. And so now the Cats have it 1st and 10 from the 21. Gee, didn't we just do this? Deja vu all over again. Thank you very much, Yogi Berra. Twins to the right, one to the left, tight end in the ball game. Hand it to Cardenas. He goes over the right side, just bangs forward, gets it across the 15 down to the 14-yard line as he just fought his way forward and drags Elijah Cladaball with him.
And he was clutching that football to his chest, making sure that it wasn't going to get ripped out.
8 yards officially. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Cats. Twins left, one to the right. They're going to keep a tight end into the game. That is Perez. High snap handled. Handed off, and going is Cardenas. Gets out of 1, gets out of 2 to the 5, and to the doorstep. It'll be a 1st down for the Wildcats at the 2-yard line. 12 yards. Dallas Cardenas moved the chains. 1st and goal, Cats.
That was a beautiful run. He got some good tackles opening up lanes, but, man, he's just so good, so slippery, good at sneaking through, and powerful. He just keeps going.
Blockers did a great job. Lovington trying to cash in on the fumble. 1st and goal from the 2. Henson hands it off, keeps it himself, goes around the left end and into the end zone. 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats. No laundry on the field this time, and Isaac Henson has his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game and puts Lovington up 13-0, 2:43 remaining here in the 1st quarter. That was a pretty good fake. I bid on it, and so did the Rams.
Yeah, a couple of the Rams hit the turf. They went so.
So, yeah, good play fake. Yes. It'll be the point after. Adam Aguilera to attempt the point after. Nope, they'll go for it. Henson takes it himself, and he'll put 2 more on the board. He broke the plane. He broke the plane. You've got to be kidding me.
Nope.
What did it look like? It looked from up here like
not.
he got over the front, but okay. You're on a much better position on it than I am, so they tried.
I'm standing on the 4-yard line, and I can tell you he got pushed back.
All right, so very close, but no cigar. But the Cats still get the touchdown, convert the turnover into points. And with 2:43 to go, 1st quarter, Lovington 13, Portales nothing. We're back in 30 on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. The Lovington Wildcats recover a Portales fumble at the 21-yard line and put it in the end zone from 2 yards out with 3rd-string quarterback Isaac Henson. The point after, no good. A 2-point conversion failed, but Lovington still up by a score of 13-0. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Aguilera to kick it away. Cladaball back deep to receive, one of the 2 deep men for Portales. So Adam charges up to the football and kicks it. It's a high end-over-ender. Cladaball going to get it at the 20. Comes back to the 25, cuts back at the 30, but right into the arms of the waiting Wildcats. And a huge tackle put on. Nice job by Joseph Perez, who said, "You're not getting past me," and then slung him down with authority. You got to be careful on that. That could almost be a penalty. I don't think they called anything. They did not. And they're going to give Cladaball forward progress to the 31, and that's where Portales will take over, 1st down and 10. 2:35 remaining, 1st quarter. An eventful 1st quarter. Lovington up 13-0. Diaz from the shotgun. He's got DeHaan in the backfield with him. And fake the handoff. Diaz keeps himself, is hit in the backfield, and he'll get forward maybe a yard out of that. Nice job, Perez, once again.
With help from Anthony Gomez on that stop, too.
Yeah, great job there. They are going to give him 1 yard on the play, and so it'll be 2nd down and 9. As Portales will look over, get the signs in from their coaching staff. From the pistol formation, Ramirez Sends Twins to the left and one to the right. Rolls to the right side. Good protection. Throws it across the middle. That one is complete. Has a man at the 45 to the 50 inside Lovington territory to the 48-yard line. Tosses that out to his favorite target, Eric Ramirez. And he is going to pick up 20 yards exactly to move the chains for Portales.
Yeah, unfortunately, credit where credit's due. That was a nice pass completed on a rollout, and he was under pressure on the run and completed that with a throw like a bullet. So let's hope that Lovington D can get busy and maybe do what they did here with a good stand and force them to go for and punt.
Twins left, Twins to the right. Single back in the backfield is DeHaan. Rolling near side, this time Diaz throws it across his body, across the middle, somehow making a circus catch. Climbing the ladder and grabbing that one was Andrew Ontiveros. And so Ontiveros will get it up at the 32-yard line. They're going to pick up, let's see, call it 14. And it'll be a completion. And now Portales looks like they're going to try and go into a hurry-up offense.
Yeah, Anthony Gomez had the track on that. He put up a hand, he tipped it, and it's still ended up being complete. I don't know how.
I don't either. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Pickup of 16 officially. Diaz with it, keeps it himself, starts it on the right side. Nowhere to go. He is met and dropped. Great job by the Wildcat defense. Number 27, Anthony Gomez, and number 6, that is Joseph Perez. Take down Diaz in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard on the play. It is not a sack. It was a designed quarterback run, but still a great play, and it'll be 2nd down and 12. Moving back to the 35-yard line. Under a minute to play, first quarter. Twins left, Twins right. Portales trying to answer the Lovington touchdown. Diaz rolls near side, pressured, and he is hit just as it comes out, and they are going to say incomplete pass as Lovington fighting for the football with Portales. That was a huge hit just as he let go of the ball, and some of the Lovington faithful are saying that it was a fumble. No, his arm was moving forward. I could see that from up here. So it
was incomplete. A big hit. Big hit by Caleb Neese, and then Joseph Perez came in at the end too as well. I mean, that was a big stop. Neese, I think, reaching up.
So it'll be 3rd down and 12. Now for Portales. They will send trips to the right, one to the left. 31 seconds remaining, first quarter. Lovington up 13-0. The deep back is going to be DeHaan. Throw it, and that'll be a completion, but no gain at all as getting it out to Blitty. But a great coverage down the field, but I think we got a hold. If I'm Lovington, I think I may decline this one and just make them go 4th and 12, but we'll see. I don't know. It's pretty far back. It's back at the 40. And it will be holding on Portales. And let's see. And Lovington will accept the penalty. Yeah, as far back behind the line as that was, that is probably the right call for Portales. Their 3rd penalty for 40 yards in this ball game. So they'll reset from 3rd down and 12. It'll be 4th down and about 23. Wow. How can they spot that? We declined it. So it'll be 4th down. So it is an incomplete pass, or it is complete, but for no gain to Blitty. And so it'll be 4th down and 12. They did decide to decline it. I think that's the right call. Empty set. Throw it underneath, and that one almost picked off. Nice pressure coming in for the Wildcats as that's Joseph Perez again, causing the incompletion. And over on downs, the Wildcat defense bends but does not break, Dawn.
Yeah, awesome. This is exactly what they needed to do. And we've got 2 or 3 Wildcats who are just having a heck of a game so far, and Perez is certainly one of them.
Pardon me, yes, he is, and he'll go back in as a wide receiver or a tight end this time, as Isaac Henson pulling the trigger in the quarterbacking position tonight.
16 seconds left in this first quarter, and of course Lovington up 13-0 with the ball now.
So they're going to send one to the right, one to the left, and a full house in the backfield, almost a modified pistol-esque wishbone look.
Come on.
And they'll hand it off and up the middle. Not a lot of room to run is going to Cardenas. He'll get about a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as time will expire on this first quarter. It's Lovington 13, Portales nothing. This is Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. back here at Wildcat Stadium. Lovington up 13-0 as we start the second quarter. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrolling field side from Now Pharmacy. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing from the 35-yard line. It is second down and 10 for the Wildcats, leading 13-0. You're just joining us. Isaac Henson is the quarterback as Ashton Aranda is out injured. Wyatt Gomez, the backup, also out injured. Trips to the right, one to the left. High snap, throw the wide receiver screen near side to Thompson. Gets a block and drags a couple of Rams with him. Does a nice job fighting his way forward for 5 yards. His second catch of the ball game. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Cats. 3rd and 5 for Lovington. He got out of bounds, and so that stops the clock, but just underway, second quarter. So it's Lovington football trying to add to a 13-0 lead against their arch nemesis, the Portales Rams. Trips right, one to the left. Cardenas is the deep back with Henson. Fake the handoff. Isaac keeps it himself. Moves up the middle and is going to be close to the first down yardage before Portales collapses on him. As that lane on the left side closed, he'll gain 4 on the quarterback keeper before he was eventually brought down by number 55, Abram Lopez. So it'll be 4th down and 1. What do you think's going to happen here, Dawn? I'm betting we go for it.
I don't think there's any question.
Actually, it's 4th and less than 1. It's about half the length of the football that they are going to need. They're going to take their time, though. Clock continues to move. A minute gone here in the second quarter as they break the huddle.
Well, the clock is Lovington's friend in this case.
Certainly is. Trips to the right, one to the left. Henson checks over on his receivers on the right side, sends a man in motion. That is Aguilera. High snap. Isaac just going to take it himself. Starts it right, comes back to the left, crosses the 50 to the 45, gets out of a tackle and near the 40-yard line. How did he get out of that tackle that was trying to be applied by Andrew Ontiveros? I don't know, but it's a Lovington first down.
Yeah, he just pulled and pulled until his foot came unstuck. You could almost hear the suction pop from over here.
6th first down of the ball game for the Wildcats. It'll be Lovington football at the 41-yard line. As on the far side of the field, coming all the way out to the hash mark, Coach Jaime Ramirez not happy with that side judge about something. Oh, we've got a flag on the play, holding on Portales, and it was at the end of the play, and so it's from the spot, so you tack it onto that, and it'll be just a much larger first down. That'll put Lovington at the 31-yard line. That's just an undisciplined play from a young Portales team.
Well, you know, we mentioned a couple of times since the very beginning, a couple of the players are just hyped up, really, really super hyper.
Well, I mean, Portales has to win this game to have a prayer at the playoffs. Good snap as up. We're going to have a false start on Lovington. Yep, false start on the Wildcats. They were already moving. They saw the blitz coming. Sometimes that can happen. They've had a little trouble picking it up, so it'll move Lovington back 5 yards. But yeah, 2-7 and number 13 in the state. Portales needs to put this pelt on the wall if they want to make the playoffs when they're announced tomorrow night. Well, they've got a lot to play for. Lovington is in it no matter what, and they will go in as the district champion. But it would be a shared championship if they were to not win tonight, but they own the tiebreakers against Silver and Ruidoso. Trips to the right, one to the left. First down and 15. High snap, Isaac handles it, drops back, wants it all. Great arm, it's a spiral. Thompson and in and out of DeMarcus's hand at the goal line. He got behind his defender, but somehow could not haul that ball in. It was a little bit over his head, but Isaac showing off the rocket arm. And so incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 15.
I mean, we knew this young man was a fantastic athlete and a great football player among other sports standouts, but who knew that he was going to shine as quarterback like this? Who knew he had that kind of an arm? That was amazing. That was a perfect Hail Mary, just a little bit overthrown maybe.
Got 91 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns, 36 yards on 8 attempts through the air. It'll be 2nd down and 15. Twins left, twins right for the Cats. Throw the wide receiver screen, far side. Marquez has it, 25 to the 30 to the 28-yard line. Nice job there. He's going to pick up 8 on the play. So the completion again to Henson Marquez. So he picks up 8, which makes it a much more manageable 3rd and about 7. So 3rd and 7 from the far side of the field. Lovington just moving it down the field.
They're being very deliberate, and I think that's very smart at this point, especially with their changes that they're dealing with, and the clock is their friend.
I think so. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Send a man in motion. That's Aguilera from the right to the left. Good snap, though, the wide receiver screen to Adam. Catches it 30 to the 25 to the 20. Pushed out of bounds and a flag on the play. And I saw a block in the back. I think this one's coming back. And it will be it'll be an illegal block in the back on Lovington. So 10 yards and move them back. So that'll move it back to about the 25-yard line, or it happened at the 25. It'll move them back to the 35. So it is a completion to Adam Aguilera. And Adam picks up 7 yards, but they wind up going backwards. As I try and do math quickly, and that is never a good thing. So a 10-yard penalty on Lovington, and it'll be 3rd down and, 3rd and 15. So I think we've seen this script before. So 3rd and 15 for Lovington from the near hash mark. Twins left, twins right. Henson rolling to the right. Under pressure, looks downfield, is hit, gets out of it, throws it across his body, and popped up and almost picked off as he had a man down the field, but Aguilera, but couldn't make connection. And so now it'll be 4th down and 15 for Lovington. They have got to find a way to stop that backside pressure that is coming from these Portales Rams and Abram Lopez, namely also Manny Chavez from his linebacker position. They have got to find a way to slow those guys down. You've got to give Isaac a chance. And Evie, if you've got a mic on at the studio, please turn it off. Twins to the left, twins to the right, trips to the right, twins to the left. Good snap, and Isaac will just pooch punt it. I kind of like that. We can get down there. It should pin him deep. And, it takes a huge bounce and into the end zone. So it'll move him out to the 20. Winds up being a 36-yard punt, but only a net of 16. It'll be 1st and 10 from Portales at the 20-yard line. That one just kind of took a rocket bounce. I think Lovington was planning on it maybe not taking quite that big a bounce and quite that extreme a bounce. But still, Lovington moves them back. It'll be 1st and 10 from Portales at their own 20-yard line. 8:45 to go, first half. Lovington up 13-0. Lovington wins. They are the outright district champs for the first time in 11 seasons. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Diaz looks, throws it across the middle, tipped and almost picked off. As getting the
by
hand
Anthony Gomez.
Yep, Anthony Gomez broke it up.
Anthony Gomez.
A nice job by the Wildcats. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 8:40 remaining, first half. Diaz, the sophomore quarterback for Portales, got Emmanuel DeHaan in the backfield with him. Going to send trips to the right and one to the left. Lovington showing blitz on the play. Diaz, 3-step drop, steps up in the pocket, fires it across the middle and in and out of the hands of his intended target as trying to get Zane Mayberry, but incomplete. And he had a little separation running that little crossing route in the middle, but incomplete. So 3rd and 10.
Good coverage, though, by Corrales, who was back there, and Cesar Gonzalez as well.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Portales trying to get something going, trailing by 2 scores. Here in Lovington, you don't want to let them up off the mat. The defense has done a great job through the first quarter and a quarter of the second. And so now whistles sound and a timeout going to be taken by Portales. So with 8:33 remaining in the first half, it's Lovington wishful thinking. Lovington 13, Portales nothing. We're back in 30 seconds on Z94 KZOR and also on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Out of the Portales timeout, it'll be 3rd down and 10. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. Lovington up 13-0. And Portales facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan, patrolling field side courtesy of Nowell Pharmacy. Evie Stuber in studio. Trips to the right, one to the left. Deep back is DeHaan. Tries to get Lovington to jump. The Cats do not. Lovington looks like they might blitz. And, Dawn, I think that feedback I'm getting is actually coming from one of the earpieces on that. As Diaz will take a 2-step drop, steps up in the pocket. That one is going to be tipped and almost picked off as Perez almost gets it, as it was tipped at the line by Caleb Neese. And Perez almost gets it. That would have been a huge INT, but it's still a great play, and so it'll be 4th down. Nice job in the middle there for the Wildcat linebacking core. So back deep to receive will be Javier Corrales. Good to see him back. Of course, losing significant time to injury in his senior season. But great to see him back. So now it'll be Cladabaugh to punt it away as he's inside his own 10. Lovington comes after it, gets it off. It's a line drive. Bounces at the 50 as Corrales lets it go past him, and it'll be downed inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Cladabaugh got a good boot into that one, and it is downed by Tommy Lopez, who got down there quickly. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 39.
Not terrible field position to start this offensive drive.
No, we've seen much worse. And it gives you some field to work with and a little time, as a couple of late check-ins to the game as Pablo Loya sprints in. He'll be one of the linemen on this series of downs. Is waiting for a sanitized Wildcat football to come in. Ball boy does a nice job getting it out there quickly. And they'll change the footballs out and bring it to the sideline. All right, 1st and 10, and they will spot that ball, the nose of it, right at the 40. So 1st and 10 from the 40. That's where the Wildcats will have it. Henson still in at the quarterback position. Hand it off. Nope, Henson. Nope, he does hand it off as Cardenas is going to just bang forward across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of 7. And I think that's what you just want to do. You just want to grind and pound it out here.
Yeah, definitely. Lovington just needs to take care of the football, hang on to it, but yes, kind of grind it out, eat some clock, and make sure that this drive ends up in the end zone, though, this time.
It's what you want to see. Portales is not giving up. They've given up a couple of big runs, but Lovington has shown they can run on this team. Twins left, twins right. High snap. Henson keeps it himself, rolls near side, throws it down the sideline. Wants Thompson, has him at the 25 to the 20, and slung out of bounds, finally down at about the 15-yard line as Diaz will throw him out at the 16-yard line as Lovington moving now.
DeMarcus Thompson, what a nice run. Great catch. He really he caught it in front of him a little bit, and he really had to work to hang on to that, but he did. Nice run, and what a great throw again by Henson. Great timing on that all the way around. Good protection from the line to give him the time to do that.
41 yards on the completion. Move the chains. 1st down Wildcats. Twins left, twins right. High snap. Henson hands it off. Cardenas with a huge hole up the middle to the 10 to the 5. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Dallas Cardenas 16 yards out behind a huge, massive block from Jaime Perales. And also Valentin Herrera puts it into the end zone for the Wildcat score.
Man, Dallas had a really great zigzag run to kind of follow the blocks. So he had some good foot. But that was a great.
It was a great run. So now Lovington will go for 2 to try and get that 2 points they lost earlier back. Twins left, twins right. Cardenas in the backfield. As Portales jumps all kinds of offsides. As trying to time that was Abram Lopez to rush it off of the right side. So it'll be half the distance to the goal. And we'll retry the penalty. I hate writing down these 1-yard penalties. You like it when you're kind of in between on whether to kick it or go for 2, but from a yard out, you go for 2. So it'll be goal to go from the 1-yard line. Lovington up 19-0, 7:29 remaining.
They're just going to let the play clock run down a little bit.
Yeah, the clock's not running, though, so they're just taking their time. They're going to come in, go jumbo up front, send a man in motion. Henson will get it. Three-step drop, pressured. Now he's just going to take it right up the middle, drive some Rams with him, but does not get to the goal line. And so the point-after attempt is no good as Isaac Herrera pushes him backwards. Henson, a strong young man, but not strong enough to drag 5 Portales linemen with him. 7:23 to go, first half. Lovington 19, Portales nothing. Back in a minute, more Wildcat football on Z94, KZOR, and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Dallas Cardenas from 16 yards out puts 19 points on the total scoreboard for the Cats. The two-point conversion fails, and with 7:23 remaining in the first half, Lovington up by a score of 19-0. I'm TJ Miracle on Morgan Fieldside. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So Adam Aguilera to kick it away for the Wildcats, up by 3 scores. As Adam will kick a line drive that's going to drive Mayberry back to the 10. He'll field it there, bring it back to the 15. Little stutter step at the 20. Starts running it east-west, and Lovington stretches him out, and he'll fall forward to the 21-yard line. Good pursuit by the Wildcats, and Adam Ramirez getting the tackle, number 80, the freshman, for this Lovington team. So from the 22-yard line officially, 1st and 10 for Portales. They've pretty much been living for the most part this game between their 20 and the 40. So from the 22-yard line, as the sophomore Diaz brings his squad back out. His deep back is DeHaan. And he sends trips to the left and one to the right. Diaz, again, just a sophomore, shown a lot of poise. He'll look at the option pitch, get it to DeHaan, who is hitting the backfield, gets away from one, but he can't get away from everybody. He is going to lose a couple of yards. Great pursuit by the Wildcats on that, and dropping him for a couple, and officially a loss of 1. Did you see who strung that out? Was Brian Gutierrez one of those, Dawn? I think he was.
I think that was the right number.
Jaime Perales also in the neighborhood, as was Joseph Perez.
Yes.
We've said Joseph's name a lot in this one. 2nd down and 11. Send trips to the right this time, 1 to the left. Lovington, 3 across the front. Going to spread out and go man coverage on the receivers. Diaz rolls near side. Pressure finally comes. Lets it fly. Puts up a wounded duck, and that one almost picked off, as having to go back and become the defender was Andrew Ontiveros. Lovington and
Javier Corrales really tight on him. Reached his hands out, just not quite an INT, but almost.
Yeah, good adjustment there as Diaz puts up a wounded duck. The wind has died down. What little there is, though, he was throwing into it and hung the ball up just a little bit. So 3rd down and 11. Lovington would love nothing more than to get this stopped right here. So 3rd and 11, ball at the 21-yard line. Twins left, twins right for Portales. Lovington with 3 men across the front. They got 3 linebackers looking at coming in too. They will show the edge blitz. Diaz under pressure, rolls, tries to get away from it, is inside the 5. Now he's going to tuck it, take it himself, and is hit at the 20. Ball pops out, and the Cats have it. Diaz gets a 3-yard gain, and he runs about 40, but the Cats have the football back on the second fumble of the ball game. Who came out? It was knocked away. As coming out of there, that is number 27, Anthony Gomez. It was stripped out by Ezekiel Guzman, and the Cats have the ball 1st and 10 at the 25.
Wow, really, really great. You know, for what looked like was going to be okay, we didn't stop him quite back. He got some more forward yardage, and about the time we're going to have to settle for that, then out pops the ball. So a great turnaround for the Wildcats.
Time to put your foot on the gas. 6:14 to go here in the first half. Trips to the right, one to the left. Lovington up 19-0. Keeping it himself is Henson. Hit, spun around, gets to the line, and a couple of face masks possible there, but they stand him up. Brandon Mingnard and also Eric Ramirez, and so no gain officially for Henson, and it'll be 2nd down and a long 10. 5:50 to go here in the first half. Lovington up 19-0.
They're going to say he lost a yard. They're going to say 2nd and 11.
So officially a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 from the 26-yard line. Notice Cardenas coming out onto the sideline. Hopefully he's all right. So send quads to the right side, one to the left this time. From the shotgun, high snap, Henson handles. Isaac just going to have to take it himself. Goes right side, throws it across the middle, has a man. That is Gonzalez across the 5, down to the 3-yard line, and move the chains. 1st and goal, Cats.
That
23 yards.
Yeah, that was really, you talk about having to throw on the go with tons of pressure coming down on him. That was amazing and really great. To still have everybody be watching and ready to take that pass, because I really had thought that Henson was just going to go ahead and tuck it and run completely.
Yeah, I thought so too, but nice job as he threw it before he got to the line of scrimmage and got Cesar Gonzalez. 1st and goal from the 3, Wildcat football from the far hash mark. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Quads right, one left. Send that man in motion. That is Thompson. Now you've got Quince to the left, and Henson just keeps it himself. Is hit in the backfield, gets back to the line of scrimmage, is still on his feet somehow, and a fight going on at the 2-yard line as a sea of blue and a sea of white and red converging on that far sideline. It'll be a pickup of 1 on the keeper for Henson, and 2nd and goal from the 2. You got to be very careful that this one doesn't get out of hand. These are big rivals. Yeah, emotions definitely running high, especially for Portales, that Lovington can't get suckered into anything. So from the 2-yard line, Lovington just going to take their time. Up by 3 scores, 19-0. 4:10 to go. They're going to send quads left, 1 to the right this side.
I think it's just misdirection.
I think maybe it is. Henson will get it. He'll just take it himself right up the gut. Is hit at the 1. And coughs the ball up, and Portales says they've got it. They're going to say he was down, though. Or no, they pointed Portales' way, and so Henson coughs the ball up at the 1-yard line, was stripped out by Portales. I did not see who got it out of there.
Too far away from me, too.
And so it's a 1-yard gain, but a fumble. So it'll be 1st down for Portales and 99 to go. 1st down from the 1-yard line.
I say Lovington just needs to knock it out, get it right back. They're so close to the end zone.
I say you bring the house and see if you can get the sack and get the safety here.
Yeah, why not?
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 1. Diaz keeps it himself. He's got some running room. He's to the 5, to the 10, and run out of bounds. He's going to be short of the 1st down, but he got a little room, and he took it, and he goes 9 yards. It'll be 2nd and 1. 22 yards on 6 carries for the quarterback for the Rams, Diaz. So gets him out of the shadows of his own goal post.
3:40 left to play in the half. Lovington up 19-0.
Great to have you with us here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Trips right, 1 left. Lovington shows blitz on 2nd down and 1. DeHaan is the deep back with Diaz. From the far hash mark, Diaz keeps it himself, starts it right, cuts it back left, has a lane, is going to be upended at the 22 and leaps forward to the 25-yard line, but he still picks up 15, and it'll be a Portales 1st down, just their 3rd of the half.
That was Joshua Carrasco upending him, really trying to get that low tackle and stop him. He did.
And we talked about it. One of the keys for Lovington in this ball game is going to be stopping the run. You don't want to let them start going on a run here. They will have the ball to start the second half. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Diaz, really from the pistol, he's about 3 yards behind the line. Good snap. Diaz rolls near side. Now pressure comes. Lets it fly down the seam. And that one is going to be picked off. Corrales got it that time. And a flag on the play. But I think Corrales got it. He managed to get himself positioned. But there, Portales is acting like it's going to be a pass interference. Although the near side judge did not call that. The far side judge did. The guy that was right on top of it did not call it. Pass intended for Andrew Ontiveros. So what's the call? Are they going to say pass interference on us?
I think they may.
We still haven't gotten a call. And they're still talking about it. I don't know how the referee from the far side could call that. And the one right in front that was standing in front of the play didn't call it. And it will be pass interference Lovington. And so that will negate the INT and give Portales the football back.
The under.
Wow. And it'll also give them
the first down.
It'll also give them not only the first down, it'll give them 15 yards on top of it. So negates the INT and gives Portales 15 freebies. And that'll be their fourth first down.
Rams.
So the Rams first down on the pass interference. It looked like it was two guys fighting for position to me, and Corrales got that position. But
yeah, it looked like a fair fight to me, and I'm close to it as well.
They're going to say that it wasn't. So trips to the left and one to the right. Portales football after the pass interference call against the Cats. 3:04 to go as the Cat faithful not liking that one. Low snap. Diaz steps up in the pocket. Lets a wobbler go, and Adam Aguilera and bobbles and can't hold on to the football. Diaz is letting go a bunch of those wounded ducks and has gotten bailed out once by a penalty, and just a couple of times Lovington not being able to hold on to the football.
Yeah, but at least that was clean coverage. No penalty.
Yes, it was.
Uh-oh.
And now roughing the passer. Are you? Wow. All right, another 15-yard penalty on the Wildcats. And
I guess the refs are going to march Portales down the field and get him close to the end zone.
Fifth first down for Portales. That'll move them to the 45-yard line inside Lovington territory as the natives getting a little restless here in Wildcat Town. Trips to the left, one to the right. Two penalties have moved Portales into Lovington territory. Cats show blitz. Diaz comes near side, keeps it himself, has a little seam, cuts it back across the 35, then down to the 30. It'll be a 14-yard gain for Diaz, and it'll be another Portales first down.
And Brennan Garcia was in hot pursuit of him and had one of his arms, about half the way, but just tried to catch up with him to get him down. Finally did.
I think Coach G maybe here needs to take a timeout to see if he can settle this down. The Cats are looking a little bit rattled right now. I mean, anybody would be. You think you make two great defensive plays, and then they get taken away from you. Coach G just going to let them go. 2.5 to go here in the first half. Lovington up 19-0. Diaz, wide receiver screen, far side, has his man. That is Mayberry. Gets out of one, gets out of two, is finally hit and dropped at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6. Pardon me, that was Ontiveros. So a 6-yard completion, and it'll be second down and 4. Make it a 7-yard completion. And that ends a string of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 straight incompletions for Diaz. Second down and 3, under 2 minutes to go, first half.
Sorry.
Diaz from the pistol. Tucks it, takes it himself. Option look, turns it up, crosses the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 on the quarterback keeper for Diaz. And so it'll be another Ram first down. Now they've got 7 first downs. 2 of those stripe-aided. So inside the Lovington red zone for the first time in this ball game, with 1:40 remaining in the first half. They don't want to leave Lovington any time on the clock, I don't think. So they're going to send trips to the right side, one up to the left from the shotgun this time, as DeHaan is the deep back. Diaz keeps it himself. Little shake and bake left, gets it to the 15 and is going to get clobbered right there by a couple of Wildcats after a pickup of 3.
Cesar Gonzalez on the bottom of that pile.
So second and 3. Clock continues to move down to a minute. Portales, they don't start getting in a little bit more of a hurry. You're going to have to think about using those last 2 timeouts. They want to score before the half. They get the ball to start the second half. Diaz with the Hahn. Diaz changing the play at the line. Good snap. Pump fake goes to the corner of the end zone, and that one is going to be incomplete as out of bounds as he had Mayberry in the corner, but it'll be incomplete, and so that'll make it a 3rd down and 11. It does stop the clock, though, with 47 seconds remaining here in the first half. Of course, don't forget, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up. Also, of course, our coaches' conversation from Bob Sriftway going into the half. Big thanks to Coach G for always agreeing to speak with us. So trips to the right, one to the left. Good snap. Diaz rolls near side. Going to tuck it, take it himself up the middle, cuts it back towards the far side and into the end zone for the touchdown, but a flag back at the 15, and this one is coming back. Portales celebrating, but it'll be a hold on Portales. This one is coming back, so the Stripes finally turn, wipe that touchdown off, and move them back to the 25-yard line. So holding on the Rams, and that was one of those that was kind of dumb because Diaz was already about 3 yards from going into the end zone. So holding on Portales, and we'll reset it at 3rd down, and they officially put it at the 25, so it'll be 3rd and 16 now for Portales. 38 seconds to go here in the half.
Boy, Lovington defense has just got to come up with a big stop here. It's so important if they can do that.
Gap control for the Wildcats. Once again, trips to the right, one to the left. DeHaan the deep back. Lovington shows blitz. They're coming after Diaz. Steps up in the pocket, throws it down the middle, overthrown and caught by us. It's Henson. Brings it back to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to a block, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. He is gone, but a flag on the play. It's going to come back. Henson, if this one's not on us, put 6 on the board. The pick 6 for the Wildcats, but this one's coming back from a flag in midfield. I don't know if it's a hold or a block in the back, but I think this one is coming back. Henson, a 99-yard run, pick 6, that is going to get wiped off the board, Dawn.
Yeah, I saw that flag come out. Immediately, the guys in stripes are talking about it midfield where the flag was blown. We'll see what they say.
So the INT, if it's a hold or a block in the back, it'll be ours back inside. Well, there's 2 flags. There's one near midfield and there's one back at the 30.
And they threw it around the time and about the place where Henson was able to get out of that second tackle and squirt ahead.
Yeah, and Lovington's coming back dejectedly, and I don't blame him. But let's see what the call is going to be. I did see the possibility of the hold at midfield. I did not see anything back at the 30, though, when Henson broke it. But whatever, Portales is going to decline the penalty at midfield, and they're going to take the one back at the 30. And it is an illegal block in the back on Lovington, and then a personal foul face mask on Portales. And so we've got offsetting penalties. And so the question is, with offsetting penalties, will that be a score? Coach G wants an explanation, and I think I do too. So is it our ball at around where is it our ball, or did we get the touchdown since it's offsetting penalties? That's what I want to know. So I'm not sure what they're going to do here. Because if it's offsetting penalties, it ought to be just play on, boys, I think, which would make it Lovington touchdown. But no, they're going to keep the INT. They happened after the play, and so it'll be Lovington football at the 30. Or at the 35.
Well, at least we still have the ball, and there was no Portales score. So let's hope Lovington just go ahead and hang on to the football, take care of it, try to get in the end zone. They've got time for a couple of plays here if they want to. Or
and you've got 3 timeouts and 31 seconds to work with.
So they could do a quick march down, a couple of big plays, maybe get in the end zone to start.
So from their own 35-yard line after the INT, Portales shows blitz. Lovington trips left, one right. Handed off. Cardenas is going to keep it himself. He gets away from one, gets away from two, to the 40, to the 45, and is going to be knifed down at the first down marker from behind. Portales is coming hard. Nicholas Lavelle knocks him down. Timeout Lovington, and he's going to be just shy of the first down. It'll be a 9-yard pickup for Cardenas. He's got 50 yards on 8 carries. We'll just keep it right here. Of course, we've got our Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up in 21 seconds of clock time. Lovington up by a score of 19-0. It forced 3 turnovers, but have only managed to capitalize and put a score on the board on one of them. So I have a feeling it's going to be a very interesting coaches' conversation. The penalty yards racking up for Lovington, as they've got 7 penalties for 65 yards, 6 penalties for 75 against Portales. Portales has gotten a lot of those personal foul type penalties in this one. I think the emotions are running high, maybe a little bit on both sides. So it'll be second down and less than a yard to go from the 44-yard line. Lovington football. 21 seconds remaining here in this first half of play. Lovington would love nothing more than to tack another score on. Up by 3 scores with your third-string quarterback, not the worst thing in the world. Trips to the left, one to the right. Cardenas in the backfield with Henson. Good snap. Henson rolls near side, looks downfield, guns it across the middle, and that one is going to be almost picked off, as I think Henson was the only one in the neighborhood that wasn't wearing white. So incomplete, and it'll be third down and 1. I think maybe a little miscommunication there, as it looked like Aguilera ran a little hook, and Henson thought he was going to run an up route or a seam route, and just a little miscommunication there. So incomplete, and that'll bring up a third down and 1. Still 14 seconds to go on the clock. Henson's definitely got the arm if you want to just run the up routes for everybody. Just let them go get it. They'll throw the screen pass near side. Aguilera with it. Gets out of 1. We've got a flag to the 50, and Adam gets out of bounds. But the way he threw that one, I'm not sure what that penalty could be, because he threw it at the defender. So I'm not sure what that could be. And 2 flags on the play. And you've got holding on Lovington. What's the one on the near side? And a block in the back. Wow. So we've got a block in the back on Lovington, so that'll wipe the completion off of the board. And so Lovington now with 80 penalty yards in this first half. Yeesh.
Yeah, and a lot of them have been they have negated some big plays and been at bad times.
Actually 75 penalty yards. Let's not make it any worse than it is. So back where we started at the 35-yard line, 7 seconds remaining here in the half. Trips to the right, 1 to the left. Hand it to Cardenas. He's hitting the backfield in. He is going to be stopped as the clock runs out. And how is that not a personal foul penalty for continuation? Braden Mingard knocks him down. It'll be a loss of 2 for Cardenas, but Lovington up by a score of 19-0 over their arch rival, the Rams of Portales, as we get ready for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. As things getting a little sloppy in the second half of that second quarter, as now the ref's going to huddle up at midfield, as we'll throw it down to Dawn Morgan for our Bob Swiftway Coaches Conversation.
Yeah, as the coach hustles over. Hey, Coach, all right, 19-0 at half. It looks good, but it feels a little stalled out. Got some penalties going on, and, of course, got some major differences in your personnel because of players out. So what's going on with Aranda?
Oh, he just had a minor injury last week, and, I just felt like, just consulting with the trainer that was the best option for this week. So he's really, really good at his job, so I let him make those decisions. And Isaac's come in, and he's done a great job, so I've been proud of him.
He definitely has. It's a wow. But also Hilliard out with an injury. You got a lot of guys out. How has that changed the complexion for you here, and how do you think the team has handled that?
I think we've done a good job. DeMarcus Thompson stepped in there and done a really good job as an outside receiver, made a great big catch down here. Should have had a touchdown down here. And then Anson Marquez has done a great job. 2 sophomores that we've asked to step in, doing a pretty good job. Big thing for us right now, we got to eliminate penalties. That's 9 penalties.
75 yards.
Yeah, in the first half, and that's nonsense. So it's an emotional game. They got a lot on the line for them. So we just got to make sure and just do what we do and don't shoot ourselves in the foot.
All right, big message at halftime for your team?
Finish. Got to finish the second half.
All right, go do it.
That's our coach's conversation from Bob Thriftway. A big thanks to Coach G, always taking time out to speak with us before halftime and then after every game. As the Big Blue Band takes it onto the field, looks like it'll be a Halloween-themed show for them tonight. We'll come back and get you into your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. 19-0, Wildcats in the lead. This is Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Welcome to the Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Hey, you know you're going to need the Napa Know-How and a little loving for your car. Get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and proud sponsors of your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. 19-0, the Wildcats in the lead as the combined bands of Lovington schools and Portales schools on the field here at halftime. Not sure I've ever seen two different school districts performing a combined show that way, but hey, pretty cool. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half. We'll start with the Portales Rams. Their quarterback, Devin Diaz, goes 5 of 16 for 52 yards, no touchdown, and one INT that should have been a pick six, but just wound up with some offsetting penalties. But 3 turnovers in the first half for Portales. Leading receiver right now is Ontiveros, 2 catches for 23 yards. Eric Ramirez has been pretty quiet. He's their most potent threat. He's got 1 catch for 20 yards. Lovington's done a nice job of slowing him down. On the ground, it's really been the Devin Diaz show. 10 carries for 60 yards, but he does have a fumble in there. Emmanuel DeHaan, 2 carries for 5 yards. He also fumbled the ball away 1 time. So no score on the board. Penalties, yeah, they add up in a hurry. 6 penalties, 75 yards for Portales in that first half, playing, as I think we in the coaches' conversation, both teams, playing with a lot of emotion, but you can't let that emotion get away from you. So all told, 52 yards through the air for the Rams, 65 on the ground, 117 total yards in that first half. No score in the first or second quarter. They did get 7 first downs in the first half. That equals Lovington's number. A couple of those were on a couple of penalties that I think the Lovington faithful are questioning. At least one of them I'm not going to question too much, but let's just say looked different up here than it probably did down on the field. So no score on the board for Portales. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Isaac Henson, the third-string quarterback and one of the starting generally wide receivers. He's had to step in relief and has done a pretty fair job in the first half. He's 9 of 14 for 113 yards, no touchdowns, no INTs. He had a touchdown pass to Alec Olguin called back after a holding penalty. So, darn, that one kind of stinks. But still, 113 yards in your first varsity start at quarterback in the first half and under tremendous pressure. Not a bad first half for Henson. On the ground, it has been the Isaac show. Isaac 11 carries for 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also did fumble it late, but he made up for it when he got the INT the other way. Dallas Cardenas, 9 carries, 48 yards, including a 16-yard touchdown run. So all 3 of Lovington's scores have come on the ground. Lovington has attempted a couple of 2-point conversions and has failed on both of them, but still up 19-0. Favorite target right now is DeMarcus Thompson, 3 catches for 52 yards. Corrales, 1 catch for 22, kept a big drive going. Cesar Gonzalez also a catch for 23 yards. Adam Aguilera only 1 catch for 7 yards in that first half, so they need to find a way to get him more involved. 8 penalties for Lovington for 75 yards in the first half. As we mentioned, they did get 7 first downs, scored 13 in the first and 6 in the second, and that's how the Wildcats get to their 19 points on the board. 113 on the ground, or 113 through the air, 143 on the ground, 256 total yards of offense for Lovington in that first half. So really a very, very good performance, but they have to come out and see what they can do in the second half. We'll come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. This is Wildcat Football in the Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Wildcat Stadium on Z94 KZOR. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, halftime, Lovington up 19-0. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. I'm TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Dawn Morgan patrolling the sideline, courtesy of our friends at Now Pharmacy. So, Dawn, our Napa Know-How keys to the second half.
Well, I think, the coach said it best. Come out, not just play well, not shoot themselves on the foot. They've got to take care of the cause behind a lot of those penalties and just try to make sure that they don't They can't come out and play a poor second half and hand the momentum in this game over to Portales. I mean, 19-0, it's great to be up that much. But it just feels like it's not enough against Portales in terms of this game when Portales really, they're motivated to throw everything they have at the Wildcats this second half because they're already down. There's no way that they're going to win district, but they can play spoiler. And Lovington's got to guard against that, not get sucked into it, play their game, try to establish and to make Portales come after them.
Well, I think you're absolutely right on that. And Portales is trying to play spoiler to keep Lovington from winning their first outright district championship in 11 seasons. But Portales is also fighting for their playoff lives. If they win tonight, I think they probably squeak in as the number 12 seed. If they don't win, they don't get in the playoffs. So this Portales team is one of those squads that has nothing to lose. But I think you're absolutely right. If you're Lovington, come out and play your game. I can't remember the last time I saw this statistic, Dawn. I think one of the keys for Lovington second half, run the football. The Cats right now with 30 more yards on the ground than they have through the air. Of course, some of that is, with Henson being the quarterback, and he's got a bullet for an arm, but he's normally the favorite target of whoever the quarterback is. He and Aguilera and also Hilliard.
In other words, he can run, and
right.
He has been running. And, he can throw, but he can run the football. He can take it just
right. He can do
that. But you've got on Dallas. You've got You've got some guys who can also run, and I think you're right. Maybe you keep Portales guessing and go ahead and try to score a little bit more with your running game. Just keep Portales guessing. You're going to run. You're going to throw it because Lovington has shown they can do damage in both.
Yeah, they can, and I think you establish the run and you just keep running it until they prove that they can stop you. The old 3 yards in a cloud of dust, West Texas, Southeast New Mexico football, or as Coach G likes to say, hey, let's have a fight in a phone booth. Let's just
fast-paced game, definitely. A fast-paced second half is going to favor Portales, so I think you try to be very you be a disciplined, controlled machine if you're Lovington. You get it. You're just deliberate, and you try to go ahead and score or two on the board.
Yeah, absolutely.
To play very controlled football. Control it, take care of it, and control the second half.
And control your emotions, because Portales is going to be very emotional, and they're going to want to try and bait the Cats into doing something kind of foolish. We saw that a couple of times at the end of that half with a couple of bad penalties, so Lovington can't get suckered into that. Control, play your game, and you'll get out of here with the district championship and more than likely the number 1 overall seed when playoff time starts. The Rams are already back out on the field warming up. The Cats preparing to break through the banner and the Cat in the end zone. So we'll go ahead and put a wrap on your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Lovington leading 19-0. We are back in 3 minutes for the start of the second half. This is Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the Wildcat Sports YouTube channel. We're trying to get to 1,000, and of course we are continuing our contest. We made the announcement last week for every 1,000 subscribers that we get on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, we will give one subscriber randomly selected $100. So subscribe if you haven't already to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. And tell your friends and family as well. It could win you $100 for every 1,000 subscribers. One lucky subscriber will be picked at random. 19-0, Lovington in the lead as we prepare to start this second half. So final thoughts as we get ready to go in the second half, Dawn.
You know, even though we talked about Lovington needing to be calm, cool, collected, controlled in this second half, that's not what they do best. They can do that, but they really feed on the frenzy and the energy of the big play and of the touchdown, and they really get fired up both offensively and defensively on the big plays and on the scores. So it'll be very interesting to see, as I think that's their natural inclination, is to just play kind of with some speed and to really go for the touchdowns, the end zones all the time, and the big plays. And they just feel like they get a little impatient and kind of just frustrated and down a little bit when they're not just really putting a lot of scores on the board. So this will be an interesting second half. They need to dominate and control on the scoreboard and in their style of play, no matter how they accomplish that.
I think you are absolutely right, and it'll all start, though, here in this first drive, because it will be Portales football to start the second half. They won the coin toss before the game and deferred, so they will get the ball to start this second half. And, well, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments that Portales has made. I think maybe they started thinking, hey, we can run the ball on this team. And no offense to Devin Diaz, but a lot of his longer passes were up there and were just kind of wobblers and were screaming, intercept me. So I think maybe Coach Ramirez is going to go with more of a ground-based or very short, quick passing attack. We'll have to see what he does after this kickoff.
It is also feeling much cooler all of a sudden in this last 20, 30 minutes. Much colder down here on field level. Even though there's not a lot of wind, it's still pretty chilly.
So we'll see what happens as, the temperatures tonight supposed to be down in the lower 40s. Aguilera tees it up at the 40 and prepares to kick it off for your Lovington Wildcats. And we are underway in the second half as Aguilera puts the big boot into it. It's a line drive kick going to be fielded at the 10 to the 15 to the 20, 25 for Mayberry, and going to be pushed out at about the 35-yard line near side. That was by Cesar Gonzalez, but a pretty good return there for Zane Mayberry. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 33. That's where Portales will take over, 1st down and 10. 1st and 10 from their own 33. Portales football to start the second half. Lovington up by a score of 19-0. And again, I apologize for the shoddy camera work.
So that was nice to see both bands combined. And the band director for Lovington came in costume. He's wearing a Lovington Wildcat Marching Band uniform tonight.
Somehow appropriate. Trips to the left, one to the right, and Diaz will keep it himself, and he is hit by Perez and driven to the turf. He's going to lose yardage. Nice job by the Wildcats. After Perez hit him, cleaning him up was Brennan Garcia. It's a 3-yard loss. Great start by the Wildcat D. So 2nd down and 13. That he had said, okay, we've seen this story before, not happening this time. So it'll be, wow, they gave him forward progress all the way, no loss on the play. I don't know how you could get no loss out of that, but somehow they did. So, all right, they're going to show the blitzes. Diaz will roll to the left side, in trouble. Keeps rolling, lets it fly. Puts up one. It'll be a deep ball. It's a jump ball, and Lovington has it. Aguilera intercepts it off of the tip from Corrales at the 35-yard line, and the INT. What did we say, Don? When he puts them up, they're screaming, pick me off, and that one got picked. As Javier Corrales tips it up in the air, Adam Aguilera comes down with it, and the Cats have their fourth turnover of the night, and it'll be Wildcat football less than a minute into the third quarter.
And it's a big play. It's very exciting, and it's going to energize the Lovington offense, hopefully here, and inspire the defense to keep doing a great job.
From the 35-yard line, first down and 10. Isaac Henson is the quarterback. Twins to the left, one to the right. They're keeping the tight end in for extra protection. Isaac, good snap. Three-step drop. Now he's pressured. Throws it across the middle into the hands of Aguilera. Gets away from one. Gets away from two. Cuts it back to the middle across the 50. To the 40. To the 30. Going to the sideline and knocked out at the 33-yard line. Finally saving the touchdown was Eric Ramirez, but a huge play. 15, 20, 25, 30. 34 yards and move the chains. First down, Cats.
Yeah, feeding on that energy, success, getting way and giving way to success, and that's what Lovington really does best. They're an exciting football team to watch, and they feel that excitement, and that builds, among the team as well.
From the 34-yard line, first down and 10, Wildcat football inside Portales territory. Keeping two tight ends in the ball game. High snap, hand it to Cardenas. He's got a hole through the middle. He's to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. Put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 34 yards. Dallas Perez takes it to the house. And Lovington up early, 25-0.
What an amazing run by Cardenas. He got a couple of really big tackles, but he just runs that little zigzag pattern. It was just amazing.
Jaden Bosquez is the one who put the big block on that sprung him right up the middle from his guard position. He pulled over and got the block on Bleedy, which sprung on Dallas, and he takes it to the house. Point after to come. And Lovington will go for two. Twins left, one right. Going to try and get one of those points back. Cardenas in the backfield, and Henson, he trips on his own feet back at the 10-yard line. And so another failed two-point conversion, but you take advantage of the turnover and turn it into a touchdown. 10:40 to go here in the third quarter. Lovington 25, Portales nothing. Back in a minute. More Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR. A 34-yard touchdown dash by Dallas Cardenas. The point after is no good, but the Wildcats strike first in the third quarter and take a 25-0 lead over the Rams of Portales. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrols the sidelines, courtesy of Now Pharmacy. Evie Stuber in studio, engineering and producing. And what a run by Cardenas, but the Cats have got to figure out a way to make some of these extra points.
Yeah, that's the one place that they're really falling short tonight. That's really noticeable, and it's interesting. They don't normally miss that many conversions.
No, they do not. Adam Aguilera set to kick it away for the Wildcats, and he'll put just a little squibber going, and it bounces in no man's land. The Cats have the ball! The Cats have the ball! It's an onside kick, and the Cats will have it on the little squib, and Portales didn't know what to do with it. Manny Chavez ran away from it. Trying to come up and get it was Eric Ramirez, and at the end of the day, the Cats will recover, and they've got another turnover, and will have it 1st and 10 from the Portales 33-yard line. Wow!
Really a squib kick. It went up in the air. It was just kind of a little pooch. And again, it caught Portales by surprise. It was just enough, not quite a full kick, not really a squib, and they just didn't know what to do with it.
Went into no man's land.
Yeah, hands on their hips are like, you got to be kidding me.
Twins left, one right. Cardenas in the backfield with Henson. Henson hands it to Dallas. Starts it left, takes it over the 30, gets away from one, but is going to get stacked up at around the 28-yard line. Call it a pickup of 4 for Dallas, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 This is what they need to do. Just move the ball forward, control the tempo, control the clock. They've gotten 2 huge plays. Now it is time to start driving those nails into the coffin.
Yeah, I mean, they can afford to take their time a little bit, but I think they do want to get another touchdown here.
I think you get 2, you get into mercy rule timing.
Yep.
Twins left, 1 right, extra tight end in the game for the Wildcats. High snap, Henson takes it himself, gets away from 1, comes near side, crosses the 25 to the 20, gets a block to the 15, spins at the 12, and is going to be rugby stuck up there as the rugby scrum ensues. And I think some things being said, and Lovington doing a nice job keeping Henson out of trouble as he is physically removed by Dallas Perez from the grill of Traven Price, but he moves it down. First down, Wildcats at the 13-yard line. Pickup of 15 on the keeper for Isaac. And that will put him at 108 on the night. So over the century mark rushing for Isaac Henson. From the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cats. Inside, Twins left, 1 right. Again, they're keeping Perez in the game as an extra tight end for a little extra blocking help. High snap, option look, and Henson keeps it himself to the 10, to the 5, and put it in the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. Isaac Henson, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game, puts Lovington on top, 32. Make that 31. I'm going to learn how to do math. 31-0 with 9:18 to go in the 3rd. They get another big play and turn a turnover into points.
Wow. These are the big plays and the energy, and this is exactly what we wanted for them to do coming out. We thought they needed to take it kind of easy and deliberate, but I said that's not their style. That's not what they do best. This is what Lovington does best.
Yes, it is. Maybe once they get it to 35, of course, then the clock will take care of that for you. They will attempt the 2 to get this up to a 33-0 lead. Henson from the shotgun, send a man in motion. That is Gonzalez left to right. High snap, Isaac with it, rolls right, throws it, has Gonzalez, corner of the end zone, 2 on the board, and the Cats make it a 33-0 ball game. The route is on at Wildcat Stadium, 9:18 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lovington 33, Portales nothing. We're back in a minute. More Wildcat football on KZOR. Lovington with a little pop-up in between kick that they recover, officially in the books as an recovered onside kick, and then taking it to the house from 13 yards out, Isaac Henson. The 2-point conversion is good from Henson to Gonzalez, and the Cats go up 33-0. Aguilera to kick it away, and Adam will just boot it this time. It's a wobbler, going to be fielded at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, up to the 25, to the 30, and picking his way through traffic across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A pretty good return there for the Portales return man, Cade Cameron. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 36 for Portales. There's still 9:08 to go in the 3rd, and Lovington's up 33-0.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of time on the clock and a lot of football to play in this game. But that was a pretty good stop, too. That was DeMarcus Thompson, who is in first on that.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Portales, their 2nd possession of the 2nd half, as Lovington has already put 14 on the board here in this 3rd quarter. They're going to bunch everybody in tight on the left side. and handed off as DeHaan goes around the left, and he is hit at the line and stopped immediately. He might have gotten a yard, but no more. Perez on that stop, and Jaden Bosquez getting a piece of that one too. It's a pickup of 1 for DeHaan, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
And you know what? Fired up the Lovington defense gets off of the scores and the offense success and their energy. And this is, again, what's going to help inspire the Lovington D to stand strong here. This would be impressive to pin them back and keep them back and maybe force it over.
Second down and 9. Diaz hands it off. DeHaan comes near side. He's hit at the line. Aguilera, ball is out, and Aguilera strips it away, and Thompson gets it back, and the Cats have their 5th fumble of the night. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the Portales 41.
Wow.
Wow.
Is there an echo in here?
I think so. So the 5th turnover of the night. Lovington, as Adam Aguilera stripped that one away, and then officially Corrales gets the recovery. So Lovington now can go ahead and pound another nail in the coffin and get this one to mercy rule timing. Twins left, 1 to the right, tight end in the ball game on the right side is Perez. Good snap this time, Henson with it. Has time, pocket breaks down, wants it all, goes down the seam. They're going for a man, and incomplete, but a flag down. And it'll be holding on Lovington as this one will be coming back. Henson had time that time, but he's got to find a way to get rid of the ball just a little bit quicker, and it'll be, ouch, personal foul, roughing the passer on Portales. I saw that one. It'll also be holding on Lovington, so they'll offset, and we'll just pretend like nothing happened, and we'll play 1st down again from the 41. Okie dokie. So forget the last play ever happened, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 41. We'll just replay again. Quite an explosion for the Wildcats offensively here in the early part of this 3rd quarter. They've put 14 on the board. They've already forced 2 turnovers, make that 3 turnovers here in the 2nd half. Twins left, 1 to the right. Perez is the tight end in the ball game. High snap, hand it to Cardenas. Brings it right, bounces it outside. Looking for some room, gets a block to the 35, to the 30, and is going to be wrestled down from behind with authority. Yeehaw, Rodham Cowboy. Looked like a horse collar. They're not going to call it, but it'll be 14 yards and move the chains. 1st down Lovington, their 10th 1st down of the ball game, and that puts Cardenas right at the century mark for the ball game.
Amazing to try to figure out Cardenas' that he does. It's amazing. But wow, he just really.
And timeout going to be taken by Lovington. 7:57 remaining in the 3rd. Lovington 33, Portales nothing. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Wildcat timeout. It's 1st down and 10. Lovington football at the 30-yard line from the shotgun. High snap. It's handled. Fake the handoff and roll near side and overthrown the intended target. Perez out of the tight end position. It'll be 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion from Henson to Perez near side. So 2nd down and 10. 7:52 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Lovington up 33-0.
That was good coverage, actually, on him by number 8, who is Tommy Lopez, that he kind of held Perez up and kept him from getting out in the right position to be able to make that reception.
So second down and 10, and Twins left, Twins right. Cardenas is the deep back alongside Henson. High snap, Isaiah handles it. Rolls near side. Now he's going to roll to the far side. Rolls right. Just going to have to tuck it, take it himself, and he is going to be dragged down. And why is that not a horse collar again? I don't know. When you grab him around the neck and the shoulder pads and yank them down like Cameron just did, that is a horse collar tackle. That will go into the books as a sack. The first one of the ball game, a 1-yard loss, and it'll be third down and 11 for the Wildcats. You don't want to stall your momentum out right here. As checking into the ball game will be Jaime Perales. Goes in for Valentin Herrera. Herrera, just a freshman, has had a whale of a ball game. Twins left, Twins right. Quarterback is Henson. High snap again, but Isaac handles it. Now he's going to roll far side, steps up against the pressure, comes back near side, looks downfield, throws it, has a man. That is Gonzalez at the 15, bounces off a man and down at the 12-yard line. Cesar Gonzalez gets it and moved the chains. First down Wildcats after the 17-yard completion to Gonzalez, his second catch of the ball game. Nice
reception, especially amidst pretty good coverage there. It was a good throw, kind of threaded the needle, hung on to it, and that's what Lovington needed here.
So
big gain.
Inside the Ram red zone, 33-0. Lovington trying to get this into Mercy Rule timing. Twins left, one right. Henson still in at the quarterback position. Dallas on his left shoulder. Rams show blitz, handed off Cardenas, goes right side and gets away from 1 and 2, but he can't get away from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 7, 5. Nicholas Lavelle, the big 200, it says 255. He looks more like 285. That can't feel good to have landed on you. It's a tough 4 yards for Cardenas. It'll be second down and 6. That is a big boy up there. So second and 6, halfway point of the third quarter. Lovington 3 receiver set, 2 left, 2 right. Perez is the tight end on the right side. Henson, high snap, he'll take it himself, tucks it, goes over the left guard and crosses the 10 down to about the 9-yard line. So a pickup of 2, and it'll be third down and 4. Henson 122 on the ground. Cardenas 104 on the ground. So third and 5 for the Wildcats from the 9-yard line. Need to get it down to about the 4. The clock is definitely their friend. Twins left, Twins right. Trying to spread Portales out. Portales 3 across the front. Show blitz off the left side. Henson rolls to the right side. Under pressure, steps back, throws it, and that one is going to be picked off at the 1-yard line. And bringing it out and about to the 10-yard line is reaching up and grabbing that one, Cade Cameron. So the INT will end the Lovington drive, but Portales with a long way to go. I'm not sure that Henson ever should have let that ball go, Don. All right, I guess you're being blocked out from somewhere. So first and 10 after the INT. It goes back over to Portales. They'll have it at the 9-yard line. So Portales football after the teams trade turnovers. Now let's see what the Cats can do. 5:08 remaining in the third quarter. Lovington up 33-0. You would have loved to have seen that, gotten this one into Mercy Rule timing. Trips right, 1 left. Diaz just going to take it and go on the right side. Is hit at the 10-yard line. Ball looked like it might have popped out for a moment, but it did not. So no gain on the play, on the stop. Brennan Garcia, nice job by Garcia to slide down the line and make that stop for just a 1-yard gain. A couple other Cats over there assisting as well. So it'll and 11 from the 10, or rather second and 9 from the 10. There we go. Diaz from the pistol formation. He's got DeHaan in the backfield with him. Sends a man in motion from the left to the right. That is Ramirez. Got to keep a man on him. He's been the favorite target this year for Diaz. Taking their time as the play clock winds down. Diaz, pump fake left. Comes back to the right, looks, steps up, and is going to be hit, and he'll be sacked back at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard sack as the Cats converge and bring him down. Great job by Lovington, and that was Caleb Neese from his linebacker position, who will get at least partial credit for the first sack of the ball game for the Wildcats. Nice job by the Cats. Are you kidding me? They're giving him back to the line of scrimmage. There's no way. But we've got a flag on the play, and it'll be personal foul on Portales. And so that'll move him half the distance to the goal. So it's a 5-yard penalty, but you'll take it. So that should move him inside or right to the 5-yard line. As the referee's talking to Adam Aguilera a little bit. You have to accept the penalty. It'd wind up being second and about 14. If they decline it, it would be third and about 12. I think you decline this one and make it 3rd and 12, but that's just me. And Lovington, it will be personal foul, taunting on Portales, and Lovington did elect to take the penalty. So they move him back all the way to the 2-yard line. Make that the 3, so second and 16 from the 3-yard line. 4:08 to go, third quarter. Lovington up big as they're going to come out and just run it straight up the middle with DeHaan, and more flags flying as I think we've got an illegal block in the back or maybe even a pushing, and it will be actually holding on Lovington, and whoa, personal foul. I think they just tossed somebody. He showed a face mask, but then he looked like he threw somebody out. It'll be a face mask chin, and so that'll be pushed him up on the head, targeting the head. So a 15-yard penalty against Lovington. So that'll be 90 penalty yards against the Wildcats, and it'll be an automatic first down for Portales. And so moves them out past the 20 to the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for Portales. As Diaz waits the snap, sends a man in motion left to right. That's Cladabaugh, and they'll just give it to Cladabaugh on the end around, and he's hit behind the line and dropped for a 4-yard loss. So Perez, another big stop as he's going to lose 4 on the play, and so it's 2nd down and 16. So 2nd and 16 for Portales after another penalty. 3.5 to go, third quarter. Lovington up easily, 33-0, but they'd like to pitch the shutout. Lovington going to crowd up on the line, show blitz. Diaz back, looks to pass, comes near side, is going to be pressured, steps up, hits it just as he throws it somehow, finds Ramirez at the 25, to the 30, 35, gets a block to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, one man to beat to the 30, and he cannot beat that one man as Jaime Corrales saves the touchdown, but a huge play for Portales. That's 30, 40, 50, 57 yards to Ramirez, and that more than doubles up the passing yards for Diaz in one play. 2 catches for Ramirez now for 77 yards, and he's got 102 through the air. 1st and 10 for Portales, their 9th first down of the ball game. So from the 25 inside Lovington territory, Portales on the march. Diaz, option look, tucks it, takes it himself. He crosses the 20, gets a block to the 10, to the 5, and he will put it into the corner of the end zone for the Portales touchdown. 25 yards for Portales on the quarterback keeper, and they break the goose egg off the board. Lovington still up, though big, 33-6, the point after to come. As Diaz, credit where credit is due, got a good block on the left side as he was turning it up off tackle or off the guard and had some room. So now the point after to come. Ramirez, the one that set that all up, though, as he finally got a little space and took it to the house. So the point after to come. Good snap. Lovington gets in there but can't get a hand on it. And it's good with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Lovington 33, Portales 7. This is Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR. Back in 1 minute. A 25-yard quarterback keeper for Devin Diaz. The point after is breaks their goose egg off the board, and Lovington loses the shutout. Cats still comfortably ahead, though, 33-7. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrolling the sideline for us tonight, courtesy of our friends at Now Pharmacy. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Wildcat football exclusively here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 KZOR app. Look for Ramirez to try the onside. Lovington does have the hands team in, and it will be another little onside pooch kick, and that goes into no man's land, and falling on it quickly and correctly, Javier Corrales, who's had a big game. He just cradles it in and tucks it in and says, okay, that's mine. And so we're going to get good field position out of this. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 35-yard line. Now let's see if they can shake off giving up the touchdown and get those 7 back and shake off the turnover which led to the touchdown. 5 turnovers for the Rams tonight. Lovington has turned 3 of them into scores. They've had a little trouble with the front line pressure of the Rams. From the 37-yard line, 1st and 10, Wildcat football. Henson starts it right, takes it right, tucks it, keeps it himself to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, shake and bake, to the 45, and finally is going to be run out of bounds. Elijah Cladaball just kind of shakes and bakes him out of bounds, but it's still good for, let's see, that would be, math is never my strong suit. That's 13, 18, 21 on the ground there for Henson, and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats. 143 on 16 carries for Isaac, who's had a heck of a ball game in the quarterback role. Twins left, 1 to the right. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from the 45. Handed off, Cardenas on the sweep near side. Turns it up to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, and is tripped up as he crosses the 30 down around the, well, they're going to say right at the 30-yard line, but it's still good for 15 yards and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
He actually ran into Joseph Perez and kind of bounced off him. Perez was trying to run, throw some blocks and try to make some room for him, but they got tangled up instead.
So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. It'll be Wildcat football. 33-7 the score, 2:22 to go. Lovington in the lead, 3rd quarter. Twins right, 1 left. 3 receivers set near hash mark. Fake the handoff. Henson looks to pass. Throws it over to the right side, underthrown and knocked down in the pattern. I think maybe just slipping down there was number 4, Alec Olguin. It's incomplete, and so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Still 164 through the air. Not a bad varsity quarterbacking debut for the senior, normally wide receiver and defensive back, Isaac Henson. I believe I called him Isaiah earlier. Didn't mean to call your brother Isaac. I'm sorry. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line. 2:08 to go. 3rd quarter. Now Lovington will come out. 4 receivers in the pattern. Trips right, 1 to the left. Isaac gets the snap. Has a good protection. Now he's going to have to bounce it. He throws it, guns it underneath. Good to Gonzalez inside the 15, down at the 13-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cats. 17 yards, Cesar Gonzalez.
Despite really tight coverage on him by the number 7 on the Rams, he still managed to catch and keep that ball before he hit the turf. That was a bullet.
Elijah Cladaball on the stop. And we've got a personal foul face mask on Portales, so we'll tack half the distance on the end of that one. So that'll be about we'll see where they are going to put it. 13 inside the 10. 1st and goal for the Wildcats at the 8. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th, 9th penalty on Portales for 91 yards. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Lovington football from the far hash. Go 3 receivers right side. Rolling right side. Henson throws it front of the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. DeMarcus Thompson catches the bullet. And that'll be the first passing touchdown for Henson. And the Cats get the touchdown back.
Wow. Really beautiful, too. Just textbook.
So the 9-yard touchdown pass from Isaac Henson to DeMarcus Thompson. Point after to come, 39-7, Lovington in the lead. They've gone for 2 all game. Why change it now? And they will come out and go for 2. Try and make it 41-7. Trying to get the touchdown back plus a point. Hand it off. Cardenas nowhere to go as he is going to be smothered by Cade Cameron in the backfield. So the point after is no good, but the Wildcats still take it right down the field and put it in the end zone. 1:46 remaining here in the third quarter. Lovington 39, Portales 7. We're back in 1 minute on Z94 KZOR. Strike to DeMarcus Thompson from Isaac Henson. The point after is no good, but the Cats get the touchdown back. They're up 39-7, a 32-point lead with 1:46 remaining here in the third quarter. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan down in the Drumline Blast Zone towards the north end zone here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium as Adam Aguilera prepares to kick it away from the south to the north. So Aguilera has had a pretty good game receiving. He's had a great game on special teams. And so now he'll step up to the ball and he'll kick it away. It's a high end over ender going to be fielded back by Cameron at the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Gets a block in the back. And, yep, there's the flag at the 25-yard line as Gonzalez teams up with Thompson to push down the return man. I think we're going to have a block
around the neck. Of course, that's a ton of times against Lovington in this game, and it doesn't get called.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a block in the back at the 20 on Portales, but we'll see. As that sprung Cameron for a couple more yards, and block in the back on Portales, and so that'll be a 10-yard penalty on them. Their 10th penalty as they go over the century mark in penalty yardage for the game. So move them back to the 10-yard line.
That's really something that has helped save Lovington tonight because Portales has had even more penalty yards and more penalties than Lovington in this game.
Yeah, Lovington right now 9 for 90 yards. Portales actually 11 for 101. But it'll be Portales football, 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. 1:40 remaining, third quarter. Lovington in command of this one. Diaz still the quarterback. Dehan is the deep back with him. He's going to send 3 receivers right side. Diaz keeps it himself, goes left side, gets some yardage, and spins out of one tackle, but can't spin out of the second one. Lovington, great job staying on him. It'll be a pickup of about 2, and guess who again? Joseph Perez. I think Joseph ate his Wheaties this morning, Don. So he has had a heck of a ball game. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for Portales. 2nd and 7 officially as we hit the 1-minute mark to go. Diaz, option look. He'll pitch it to Dehan, who is stopped at the 20-yard line. He's going to have enough for the first down. Was pulled down from behind by number 52, Brennan Garcia. But he's going to need 7. He gets 8, and it'll move the chains for Portales. It'll be the 10th first down for the Rams.
clock is ticking. 55 left to play in this third quarter. 39-7, Lovington ahead.
A very slow third quarter, and a lot of scoring in this third quarter, and Portales just going to take their time. They're running down the play clock. It's under 10 seconds on the play clock. Diaz will take it. Now he goes right side. Garcia hits him and drives him back. Then the cavalry comes to his aid. Joshua Carrasco. They're going to give him forward progress to the 24, so it'll be a 4-yard gain for Devin Diaz. And Portales does not have to run another play here in this third quarter if they choose not to. And it looks like they're going to try and get one off. Diaz and DeHaan in the backfield with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1, and they don't get the play off. And so that'll be the end of the third quarter. After 3 here at Wildcat Stadium, it's Lovington 39, Portales 7. Back in a minute for the fourth quarter on Z94 KZOR. Start of the fourth quarter here at Wildcat Stadium, Portales football, but it's Lovington all over the Rams, 39-7. I'm TJ Miracle high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrols field side from Now Pharmacy. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing for Portales. It'll be 2nd down and 6. The ball at the 24-yard line inside their own territory. Going to send 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Diaz just going to take it himself, sweeps it out to the left side, gets away from 1, a little spin move at the 30, and is going to be brought down after another pickup of about 4 yards. Wildcat defenders doing a pretty good job limiting what he can do. Josh Carrasco on the stop. And wow, they gave him enough for the first down with forward progress. That's a pretty generous 6-yard spot, so it will move the chains for Portales. That'll be their 11th. Yeah, that'll be their 11th first down of the ball game. So right at the 30-yard line, Diaz and DeHaan still in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Lovington shows blitz. Now Diaz going to have to change the play as he tried the hard count. Lovington did not jump. Getting close was Gomez. Anthony Gomez near side. Now he's going to flip over to the left side, and whistles sound, and timeout going to be taken by Portales. We'll just keep it right here. 39-7, Lovington in the lead, cruising to their first district championship, outright district championship in 11 years. Wildcat football brought to you by Devon Energy, the Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, and Stonewall Field Services. Wildcat football also from Navajo Refining Company, Norley Hospital, Now Pharmacy, Man Welding, Bob's Thriftway, and the First American Bank of Lovington. Of course, this isn't the only Wildcat sporting event this weekend that we'll have for you on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, it'll be the Lovington boys soccer team taking on the number 8 Taos Tigers. It's the 4A quarterfinals. Lovington versus Taos here at the Blue Turf. Patrick Alexander, have that call here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com tomorrow afternoon, right before 2 o'clock on the blue pitch.
The Lovington boys are so very good again this year. They are ranked number 1 in the state.
Yes, they are, just like the football team. And so back to the action out of the Portales timeout. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Lovington going to show the corner blitz, and they'll option pitch it, and it gets away from DeHaan. He's going to go pick it up all the way back at the 10-yard line. A huge loss. That'll be a loss of 20, and Lovington pins them back. It'll go from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 30.
Wow.
So for them, it's 2nd and home, basically. 2nd and Portales. That didn't work too good. DeHaan out of position for that pitch, and I'm not sure why Diaz pitched that at all. Normally in the option pitch, you're going to be right on the hand where there's not much of a pitch. It's more of just almost a push handoff, but out of position on that. So it'll be 2nd down and 30, 2nd and Portales for Portales. Now I think is when you bring the kitchen sink if you're Lovington. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Portales moving from the south to the north. 3-step drop. Diaz steps up in the pocket, puts up a wounded duck, and that one is going to be somehow completed up near midfield. How did they get that over Aguilera?
Aguilera reached up. He tried as hard as he could, but it ended up going. Now, Elijah Clattenbaugh had to go,
40.
Tail over tea kettle, let's say, to be able to reach it and hang on to it.
38 yards on the completion to Clattenbaugh. So the big play keeps Portales in it, and now whistle as having to limp off the sideline is going to be Clattenbaugh. I don't know how Clattenbaugh came out.
Tumble.
Yeah, I don't know how Clattenbaugh came down with it. I don't know how Adam missed it. So 1st and 10 from near midfield, 48-yard line, make it the 47. Portales still inside their own territory. And Diaz keeps it himself, going to cross into Lovington territory at the 48-yard line. So it's a pickup of 5 for Diaz, and that'll put him at the century mark. 2nd down and 5 inside Lovington territory, but clock is ticking. 9.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Lovington up 39-7. As jogging off on the near side, Jaime Perales.
Along with Ezekiel Guzman.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5. 3 receivers set near side again. Single man up to the right. Diaz going to keep it himself and just puts his back into it and nowhere to go. He's going to lose a couple of yards back to midfield. As Lovington, great job on the interior line, just collapsing in, knocking him back. Brian Gutierrez on the stop, among others. Also getting partial credit for that will be Isaiel Rodriguez, seeing some time tonight and doing a fine job up front. It'll go from 2nd and 5 to 3rd and 7. True shotgun this time for Diaz. Rolls near side. Going to be in trouble. Is going to be hit, and he is going to be dropped. It'll be a sack for the Wildcats. As coming up and doing the Superman is Brennan Garcia. So that'll be the 2nd sack of the ball game on Diaz as he loses 2 more yards, and it'll be 4th down and 8. 2nd sack of the ball game on Diaz. And so now, watch for the fake punt from Coach Jaime Ramirez. In this territory, down by this much, you're trying to build some confidence in these kids. I think you do the fake here.
Yeah, I mean, I think you don't have anything to lose. Why not go for it? No, why not try it?
Elijah Clattenbaugh is on to do the kicking. Couple of Cats back deep to receive. Clattenbaugh still kind of shaking that leg out a little bit. And whistles blow and timeout. Nope, delay of game on Portales. So delay of game on Portales. 11 penalties, 105 yards, moving back 5. Corrales and Thompson are the deep men for the Wildcats. Clattenbaugh still kind of shaking out that right leg a little bit. So Clattenbaugh getting protection from Cameron back there. Good snap, Clattenbaugh with it. Kind of gets it off the side of his foot. It's a knuckler. Bounces at the 30, takes a Portales bounce inside the 25, and is going to be downed at the 21-yard line by Tommy Lopez. So it wasn't the prettiest punch you're ever going to see, but it got the job done, and it moves Lovington back to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cats, 7:21 remaining in the ball game. They score, it goes into running clock. This one's pretty much in hand. But let's see what the Cats decide to do here. First down and 10 for Lovington. Going to send 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Marking out the signals. High snap, it is handled. And handed off to Cardenas. He's across the 25 to the 30, hit from behind and knocked down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 for Cardenas and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
That's what you want to see right there. Let's keep doing that.
135 yards on 15 carries for Dallas Cardenas. 13th first down for the Wildcats. First and 10 from the 37. Again, they can just run a lot of clock. Just keep it on the ground. Lovington already approaching 500 total yards of offense in this one. If it wasn't for a couple of turnovers, this game would have been in running clock already. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 4 receivers set. Cardenas in the backfield. They'll hand it to Cardenas. Just goes right into the line. Somehow gets away from the first tackle, but then is hit. No, we've got some extracurriculars going on behind the play. It'll be a pickup of 1 for Dallas, but you got to be careful. Emotions can run away with you at this point in ball games.
Now, you don't want to be the last person to throw the punch, because you're going to be seen, you're going to be caught.
Yeah, no punches thrown, but some pushing and shoving definitely after a questionable continuation on the far side, on both sides. It wasn't just Portales. We were given as good as we got there. I'll say that. So it'll be second down and 9 for the Wildcats. Under halfway to go here in this fourth quarter. 39-7, Lovington in the lead. Good snap. Henson comes near side. Now he's going to be pressured, runs into his own man, and he's going to get sacked back inside the 30. Yikes. Ran into his own man, and flags are going to fly. I think we're going to have a taunting penalty on Portales. And we're going to have personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Portales. And so that is going to wipe the sack off of the book. I do not have to write it down. And so Portales letting their emotions get the best of them.
That's 15 yards.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty. They now have racked up 120 penalty yards. And so it goes from being third and about 28 to third down and 4. Third and 4. You like that a whole lot better. So third down and 4. Actually, that means I do have to put the sack in the book. So a bad sack, but all things considered, now it's third down and 4 after the penalty. High snap, fake the handoff. Nope, they'll give it to Cardenas, but he loses the football. It's loose on the turf back at the 40, picks it up, gets across the 45, and is going to be near midfield, and he somehow gets a first down out of a fumble. A busted play that turns into 7 yards and moves the chains. First down, Cats.
Wow, how did that happen? I thought that play was gone, and he was down, and that was it. He truly is amazing.
He certainly is. He's got 142 yards on 17 carries. First and 10 for the Wildcats. Ball just shy of midfield. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this one. Lovington 5-10 away from claiming another district championship and having a pretty good shot at being either the number 1 or number 2 seed going into the playoffs and getting the bye next week. Trips left, 1 right. Good snap for Henson. Isaac keeps it himself. Runs into the line, and where's the flag? That was
face mask.
That was a face mask from Heck there. Yeah. As holding on was Emmanuel DeHaan. Grabbed a hold of the face mask of Isaac Henson, and they're going to call an illegal block in the back on us. You're kidding. You have got to be kidding. Emmanuel DeHaan took both hands through the grill of Isaac Henson and wrestled him down. That is dangerous, and that is potentially a fatal play. They call an illegal block in the back on us.
And it was very easy to see.
And
I was looking at it.
And they wound up calling. They changed it from an illegal block in the back to a hold. Gee, that's so much better. Thanks, guys. 11 penalties, 100 yards on the Wildcats. So now they'll move them back because it is from the spot of the foul, so it happened 5 yards outside the play. But so 1st and 15 for the Wildcats, 1st and 14 for the Cats, and now whistle's going to sound. And Coach Ramirez from Portales is coming out. He's questioning the spot of the football. And the head referee is telling him, no, Coach, it happened 10 yards behind the play, so this is where we put it. Yeah, we've had some interesting spots tonight. We'll just leave it at that. Of course, when we come back, we will be playing back here in 2 weeks' time, assuming we get one of the top 4 seeds, which we should in the playoffs, and we'll talk more about that in the post-game show. Henson to Cardenas, right up the middle, crosses the 50 and going to be dragged down from behind, but he's going to wind up getting, see where they spot him, he's going to wind up getting 9 yards out of it. So he gets the penalty back. So it'll be 2nd down and 4, so 10 yards officially, 153 for Dallas. So 2nd and a long 4 from the 46-yard line. Need to get it down to the 42. 3.5 minutes to go. Lovington can afford to just take their time here. Send 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. Cardenas stays in the backfield with Henson. Isaac, good snap, gives it to Dallas. He's hit immediately, but he drags a couple of Rams with him, and he should have the 1st down. Spotted at the 42. Please spot it at the 42. And, yep, they will give him right at the 42 and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats. Their 15th first down of the ball game. And, again, I apologize for the shoddy camera work up here. I'm trying to keep up with numbers and run the board and move the camera around. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They can pretty much run this one out if they want to. Maybe one more 1st down.
2:40 left on the clock now.
And they're up 39-7. They might want to go ahead and just rub a little salt in the wound and get it to 35. Not really Coach G style. Twins left, twins right. New running back in the game and making some big moves there is Gomez as he crosses the 35 down to the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 for Anthony Gomez, seeing his first runs in about a month, and picks up 8 on that one. So 2nd down and 8 for your Wildcats. As we click down under 2 minutes to go, Henson just going to take as much time as he can, as is the offensive staff for the Wildcats. Still 2 timeouts for Portales. I do not think they're going to use them. That's Caden Bailey sending the play in. 3 receivers left.
2nd and 2.
So 2nd and 2 after the 8-yard gain. Trips left, 1 right. And they'll just snap it directly to Gomez on the Wildcat, and he's going to cross the 30 down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 on a direct snap Wildcat play and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
Nice.
So Anthony Gomez, 2 carries, 17 yards, gets the 1st down, and that will just about do it unless Portales takes the timeout. Roll the clock, boys. There we go. So 90 seconds left. Yep, Lovington can come out in victory formation and just kneel it down 3 times and get the victory. That's assuming, of course, Portales does not take the timeout. And they're actually going to put Perez in to take the kneel downs. So Joseph Perez is going to get to end this game as the quarterback. So he'll take it. He'll kneel it down. It'll be a loss of 4. I hate having to put those in the books, but again, to be statistically accurate, I must. I am going to note, though, that they are kneel downs. So Lovington will get the victory tonight, 39-7 if everything holds up. Need to let this one run down about another 15 seconds, then you can snap it. Well, no, they put 35 up, so they can snap it right now, and they will. And Joseph going to take the knee, and that will do it if Portales wants it to be done. And it looks like the white flag has been raised, and the Lovington Wildcats have claimed their first outright district championship in 11 seasons by knocking off their arch rivals and their nemesis in red, the Portales Rams. Our final score tonight, as soon as the time ticks off the clock, 3, 2, 1, and now it is official. Lovington is the district champs by a final of 39-7 as the fireworks go off this time in the south end zone. Lovington victorious 39-7. We'll be back for your Devon Energy postgame show right after this. This is Wildcat Football on Z94 KZOR. Going to give it to Isaac. We were not aware we were going to have a special play tonight, but Isaiah Martinez gets another handoff, and he will take it into the end zone to finish up the route of the Portales Rams. And now Portales going to come over and celebrate with Isaiah. Nice to see him getting the celebration once again tonight, his second touchdown of the season. So we'll go ahead and get that one put in the books here on the stream. So Isaiah Martinez getting another touchdown. Congratulations to that young man. Back here at Wildcat Stadium, this is your Devon Energy Wildcat postgame show from the good folks at Devon Energy, great supporters of all Lee County athletics. I'm TJ Miracle up top here at Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrols the field as the Cats are victorious tonight, 39-7. Let's go ahead and take a look at the numbers in this one. Of course, we'll have our coaches conversation from Bob Swiftway with a victorious Coach G and Dawn Morgan here in just a few minutes. We will start with the Portales Rams. Devin Diaz goes 7 of 19 for 140 yards through the air, no touchdowns, And he did throw 2 interceptions. His favorite target, Eric Ramirez, 2 catches for 77 yards. On the ground, Diaz did most of the damage, 20 carries, 96 yards. He did have a 25-yard touchdown on a quarterback keeper, but he was sacked twice in the ball game, and that got him under 100 yards for that ball game. Emmanuel Dehan with 6 carries for -1 yard. I hate to put that in there because he took a bad snap and had to fall on one and lost 20 on it. So totals for Portales: 140 through the air, 140 through the air, 91 on the ground, 231 total yards. They were flagged 12 times for 120 yards worth of penalties. They scored nothing in the first or second. They got 7 in the third, no score in the fourth. They had 11 first downs in the ball game, and in all likelihood, Portales' season will be over as they fall to 3-7 on the year and 0-3 in district. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, Isaac Henson, a whale of a night, filling in for the injured Ashton Aranda. So in his first game as a varsity quarterback, Isaac goes 13 of 21 for 190 yards. And he also has a touchdown, a 9-yard touchdown strike to DeMarcus Thompson. So a nice job by Thompson. Thompson leading receiver tonight. 3 catches, make that 4 catches for 61 yards. Cesar Gonzalez, a whale of a night too. He had 3 catches for 57 yards. Adam Aguilera, 2 catches, 41 yards. Corrales, a catch for 22 yards. Marquez, a catch for 8 yards. So a big night through the air, especially when you're normally a wide receiver turned quarterback, as Isaac Henson was tonight. On the ground, Dallas Cardenas, a big night, 19 carries, 157 yards to go along with 2 touchdowns. Isaac Henson, also a big night on the ground, as he carried it 17 times for 125 yards. He also had 2 rushing touchdowns for the Wildcats. He'd have more yards than that, but he was sacked once and lost 18 yards. Anthony Gomez in late relief comes in and runs it 20 for 17 yards. 190 through the air, 301 total on the ground, 491 total yards for the Wildcats. They were whistled 11 times for 100 yards, so I know Coach G not going to be real happy about that. Lovington gets 13 in the first, 6 in the second, 20 in the third, and then was held scoreless in the fourth. 16 first downs overall in the ball game and 39 points on the board. Not bad at all with your third-string quarterback who was in the game tonight. And so the Cats now will await their fate with the NMAA seating committee on tomorrow, actually. I was getting ready to say Sunday, but it'll actually be tomorrow, late tomorrow evening, when they start announcing those seeds. Lovington should be, depending on whatever metrics they use, Lovington should be the number 1 or the number 2, but we will have to wait and see. They should definitely be one of the top 4 teams, which would give them a bye next week and then a home game in the quarterfinals 2 weeks from now. But I'm sure Dawn will be asking Coach G more about that as we get ready for the Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation as part of the Devon Energy post-game show. Quick programming note for the Lovington faithful. We will have state quarterfinal soccer match for you tomorrow here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. That'll be at 2 o'clock. Patrick Alexander with that call for you as Coach G is preparing to congratulating his team, and huge congratulations are needed. And of course, a big time for this team, their first outright district championship in, I want to say, 11 seasons. Coach G taking just a moment with Tayton Hilliard for some private words. Of course, Tayton has been out injured a couple of weeks. Yes, Dawn?
Yeah, it's something nice, though, that Coach G talked to the team about in the huddle is they're not going to have a team meeting in the morning, a regular Saturday morning meeting where they go over a film. Instead, they're going to gather here tomorrow afternoon at 1:30, and they're going to march to support the soccer team.
Well, that is a very good thing. Of course, Patrick will be on the streamcast at around 2:45 or around 1:45 tomorrow. So, Coach's Conversation from Bob's Thriftway. Dawn?
Hey, congratulations. You and the team outright district champions First time in, TJ said 11 years, you said 10. I don't know. Still a long time.
Coach is right.
2011. It's like whenever I ask a question about Wildcat football, that's the answer I get. Oh, we did that in 2011. Okay, great.
We did it this year
yeah,
now.
We did it. Yeah, absolutely. And really last week, after we beat Ruidoso, really, I mean, we're the district champion then, but I mean, that was a goal set by our kids. You know, they wanted to go through district, be undefeated champions, and so we attacked this like it was the district championship, and I'm just, so unbelievably proud of our football team.
Especially in light of missing some players, big-time players, having to make adjustments. As you told the team in the huddle just now, having to shift some positions of players playing in different spots unselfishly and shining.
It's just unreal. I mean, you know, early on in the season, there were some adverse situations that took place that you never want, you know, your team to have to handle. But it was those adverse situations that's making this team what it is. And so hit a little adversity, had to make some change to personnel. Typically when that happens, that's not a comfortable situation, you know, but our kids never wavered. You know, they attacked practice. We moved some guys around. And it's just outstanding. I mean, Isaac Henson, I still don't understand why he does not get the recognition that he deserves as a football player. I mean,
and as an athlete, just wow, how amazing.
Unbelievable. I mean, it doesn't matter where we put him. I mean, I'm not going to try it, but I bet we could put him at offensive tackle and he would block his tail off. But, you know, that's leadership right there. I mean, we went to him and said, hey, man, here's the deal. Yes, sir, I got your back. And so just unbelievable, you know, just getting in there and kind of learning on the fly. I mean, that's different from catching a football. Now you're having to throw it. But he did an outstanding job, and I'm just so proud of him. And then DeMarcus Thompson, Anson Marquez, guys like that didn't get a ton of reps. And then all of a sudden this week they're in the mix big time, man. So, and they made some big time plays tonight too. So it's good for us moving forward. You know, really excited. You know, we should have a bye week. I feel like the kids have earned that. And I feel like we should be the #1 seed. I feel like what the kids have done, that should happen. So the bye week's going to be huge for us. We're going to be able to get a lot of guys back. We're close. We're really, really close. But, you know, that's why they pay our athletic trainer the big bucks, and I don't get to make those decisions. So I'm thankful for our trainer.
All right, well, the 2 weeks, and hopefully it should be a game right back here as well. We'll see who you're going to play, and we'll see how that shakes out. If you had a perfect, like if you could choose who you're going to play and the situation, what would it be?
After the bye?
Yeah, after the bye.
After the bye. Well, the way that I have it set up, the way that I've mapped it out, I would think it would be Kirtland Central or Taos is the way that the numbers match up for me. But I don't know what the score of the Taos Moriarty game. That was a district championship tonight. Kirtland Central was in a big-time game tonight, too. So there was a lot of big-time football games being played tonight. So
that have a bearing on all of those choices.
Absolutely. So, but I think, in my opinion, I feel like the top 4 are set. I don't know that necessarily that's going to move unless Bloomfield loses. But like I said, you know, that's not in my control. So I wish I had a little more control over it, but I don't. So it's kind of like we just got to wait and see what pops up on the TV screen tomorrow, and then we'll know.
So goal 1 accomplished, district championship, and did that undefeated. And now next goal has got to be state championship.
Oh, absolutely. You know, and that's been our mindset. And, you know, we don't have a whole lot of rules or we don't have a whole lot of goals in our program. We try to keep it simple so they're task-driven and accomplish those things. But teaching them life lessons that are going to help them be successful on this football field. But most importantly, when they leave this place, I feel like our coaching staff is doing a phenomenal job of raising young men that are going to be better in their communities, better daddies, better husbands, better at whatever they decide to do. And then goal number 2 is to bring a state championship back to Lovington. And so we got a really special group of servant leaders that there's just like I was talking about with them. You know, we use the acronym FAMILY. Forget about me, I love you. You know, and so everything that they're doing, it's not for themselves, it's for their teammates. And so, you know, it's just an unbelievable blessing. Just everything that this team has gone through to where they are right now, we're going to try like crazy to bring home that blue trophy.
Well, it's looking good. It's looking good. We'll be here the next game, of course, so good luck in that. Congratulations again on not just a good victory, but a pretty well-played game tonight. And you guys on the emotional that there was just a chance for you guys to actually sort of fall apart, just getting sucked into the emotional aspect of this game that Portales was going through.
And, and I mean, hats off to those guys. And this is a down year for them. It's not typical Portales Rams football. So, they had a lot going in this game too. If they would have won it, they would have had a chance to get in. So I can understand that. And when you're emotionally invested and things don't go your way, you get upset. So, but, I was proud of our guys. We took care of each other. We were able to get some guys out of the game and just take care of them. And so I'm proud of our guys and how they responded.
And you also, I noticed, were able to send in a few of your younger, less experienced players and get some game time and some important, valuable minutes tonight as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we got a lot of kids on the field. I mean, Alec Holguin, he makes a great big time catch, and then also recovering that onside kick. Our special teams coordinator, Coach Faith, called a great kick, and that freshman was flying down the field and recovered a great big old kick. So I was proud of him. So, it was also awesome to see Joseph Perez back there taking the snap at quarterback too. So we had to figure that out in the week too. So proud of our team, proud of how they responded, and it's a big, big win.
Proud of you too. So good luck, and we'll see you back here in a couple of weeks, Coach.
Can't wait.
All right. And I thought it was a really nice move. I just shared off the air before you started talking with us about the fact that you're taking your team up here, having them meet and support the soccer team in their match tomorrow. Absolutely. Just as you did, you guys showed up in a very important way for the Lovington girls volleyball team when they played Tatum, and they won that match. So, that's really great support.
And it's huge. I mean, and we got 3 guys that are on our football team. One's the starting goalie, and then 2 other guys that get in the mix and play a lot. And so that's incredibly special that those three football players play soccer and have such an impact. But that's a credit to our athletic director, Coach Ariola. I mean, he's done a phenomenal job of making our athletic program like a family. And so we're all pulling for each other. I want that soccer program to get a great big win tomorrow. I want them to get the blue trophy because those kids deserve it. And so when you got different sports cheering on each other, motivating each other, that's when it's really special. And so, hats off to Coach Ariola and the job that he's done with that. Our principal, Mrs. Quinones, I mean, it's like a great big family. It's like we have a bonfire out here on Thursday night. And we've had one here before. Right. Wasn't a whole lot of people. And I mean, that place was full. I mean, this town is excited about Wildcat athletics, and it's really, really awesome.
Well, it shows. So thanks. I'll let you go and get back to your team. I know this is going to be a really great weekend, but a great 2 weeks, as you said, and can't wait for a couple of weeks from now as you guys move forward.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Don Morgan with our Bob Thriftway Coaches Conversation here on the Devon Energy postgame show. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, come back, and get you ready for that soccer match tomorrow and preview, hopefully, the playoffs. This is the Devon Energy postgame show on Z94 KZOR. Back in 1. Here on your Devon Energy postgame show, the Wildcats victorious tonight 39-7 over the Portales Rams to seal up the district championship. And I'm going to go with Coach G's number, which is 10 years. I like that one better than 11, so we'll go with the 10-year number on that. So, we'll see where the Cats shake out. I'm pretty confident that, and I think Coach G is as well, they will be one of the top 4 seeds. Really, I think he's right. They probably should be the number 1 seed with their body of work, even though they do have 3 losses. But you never know. We'll find out tomorrow when the NMAA puts those seedings out. A big victory tonight for the other Lee County team in action. The Hobbs Eagles beating Carlsbad 48-7. So that probably sews up the Eagles' spot in the playoffs for sure. Now the question for Hobbs will be whether or not they will get a home game next week. Of course, we'll find out about all of our Lee County teams late tomorrow night. Keep it on your favorite One Radio Square station. We will have the complete update for you. Lovington Wildcat Sports continue tomorrow right back here from the blue turf. Patrick Alexander will have that quarterfinal matchup between our Wildcats and the Taos Tigers. 1:45 for the Wildcat pregame show. The opening of that match at approximately 2 o'clock. So with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one. The Wildcats came out and fought through adversity. Third-string quarterback, who's normally their first-string wide receiver, but they get the big victory tonight over Portales, 39-0. For Evie Stuber in studio, 39-7. For Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, for Dawn Morgan patrolling field side, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from the blue turf at Wildcat Stadium. This has been an exclusive presentation of Newalmark Broadcasting, Newalmark Digital, and Z94 KZOR Sports. Happy Halloween, everybody. Good night.